Okay, let's do an audio check here. Welcome back to episode 15 of A Broken Sky. We're going to be getting started in just a second here. I think everything is ready to go. We have added the chrono deviants that was accumulated for the week. We had about 12 come in, so thank you for that. If you're returning with us, appreciate you. If this is your first time, sit back, relax, enjoy. I'm going to introduce our cast in just a second, and we'll get things going. I had an issue with my go live today. It started with my normal go live when I don't do DnD, and I'm not sure why, so we'll have to fix that later. Anyway, can everybody hear me okay? I don't know how long this robe is going to last because it is getting warm. Cool. All right. Let me make sure that the Discord sound off happened. Double check that as we go. And hopefully this doesn't ping twice. And the music's broken. Okay, cool. Well, let's get started. Roll those credits. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Think everything is in working order. So, let me turn the music down just a little bit. Who needs a recap?
I would love a recap.
Would you?
I can provide one.
Oh, well, Oliver, aka Sphere, aka Enra.
I can just let me know if I miss anything here. Episode 14, we fight the Displacer Beasts, not cats.
That you did, yes. Not Displacer Cats. Not Phaser Cats. Not Phaser Beasts, but
cats,
Displacer Cats.
Cobra Cats.
Displacer Cats. No. Displacer Beasts. Okay.
Eventually, we kill both of them. There was two, and then a third one appears. Enra casts Darkness. Gulch finds his way within the darkness and casts Shock Grasp. Mira then decides to summon 8 bats.
Batgirl.
It did do that, didn't it?
It was great.
Yep.
That was pretty awesome. Great use of your druidic powers.
I don't have it said that it dies, but I'm assuming it dies. We 2.5.
It did not die, but
it ran away.
Yeah, it ran away. It was like no, and then you specifically heard a whistle. No one else did, and then you noticed that it changed its behavior and left, but it was definitely had taken some damage.
Okay, understood. Okay. So far we are 2.5 days into our journey of 14 days, right?
Correct.
Mira turned into a warhorse again, and we are now in Neldarin. Am I saying that right?
Correct.
And Mira's super exhausted.
Yes. Mirda has used up was it, you get what, 4 hours of use? Right, per, and you have to do it twice if you go for 8 hours. And I believe we said it was 8 hours by horse to Neldarin, so you are completely wiped and you are in need of rest at this point. You are you reached Neldarin, and let's just get us in there so we can kind of set the mood here.
Sure.
It is very inhospitable. You have not seen anybody except for one person on the other side of the main kind of road that you're on as you kind of approach the center of what you would consider is the village. It's not a town, it's a village. It's a lot smaller than Trigant. There does seem to be like a hobble of homes and structures that have been put together as the main center of the city, and then it branches out from the village, and it branches out from there, and they're more like shacks and shanties and things like that that have kind of been formed together with loose piles of wood of various makes, some nice, some not so nice. There are some mud huts, there are some buildings that seem to have remnants of brick and then there's smears of kind of like a stucco like texture or an adobe type of mix that you notice, and you can tell that the village is not very, it's run down. It's run down. It's old, but it's also like, it seems like it was maybe never really made with fresh materials. This seems to be a village that was put together by the remnants of folks who were looking to get away. You notice that there were many signs that definitely gave you the feeling that they did not like outsiders, including one that said no outsiders. Very specific with their their wishes as it pertains to those coming to visit the town. It had the great houses, the symbols of the main cities from the west, where you're from. So Hoblock, the symbol for Hoblock, the symbol for Aquilonia, the symbol for Zamora, and the symbol of Arius. You have seen the images on signs with like slash marks through them or red paint slashed over them as if to say, keep out, we don't like you. Those were things that you noticed on your way in. You immediately upon entering the village were accosted, your olfactories were accosted by the scent of tannins, which comes in the form of a very pungent, stale urine smell in the air, and it wafts to and fro as you take steps and find yourself in a half muddied, half dry, looks like somebody has placed straw down onto the road, onto the pathways through the city in order to kind of absorb some of that water, but it's not doing a great job, and it's very mucky. And you hear the flat, placky sounds of your soiled feet kind of suctioning onto the mud as you walk through. You notice on some of the counters, there's no one seems to have an open door. Nobody seems to be in the city. There does not seem to be any shops. You don't hear the typical sounds that you're used to in a village or a town of, or the scents of like burning wood, or the tangs of somebody beating metal to shape it, or the general busyment of a market, or any kind of remnant of that. It is dusk, so it is getting late. So maybe things have just shuttered up for the evening, but you don't see any people walking around. You did see one person leave to the north of where you're at from a doorway. They stopped for a second, looked at you, glared, and then kind of kept on about their business outside of your view. And that's how you enter Neldarin.
As we enter, is Mirda still a horse or slowly transforming back into her like her normal self, or
I'm
So-
human now.
She's human now, and the last I heard, you guys had pulled the cart off to the side so that you could kind of leave it there, because you're not going to be able to pull it at this point without Mirna, being rested or.
you, like, and Gulch is sleeping in the back, right?
Mhm.
How many hours has it been?
It has been 8 hours, so 2 full formations of Mirida's transformation. Maybe like an hour or 2 extra left to kind of like, get to where you're needing to go before she would suffer some exhaustion.
Okay.
However, you hear the distinct sound of someone sneezing inside of the carriage, and it is obviously Gulch. Gulch, you're awakened by this sneeze. Jerks you out of your slumber. And at that sound, Mirda, you start to feel like a little bit of an ache in the middle of your back, and you start to feel like, oh man, that transformation was really rough. And you're starting to kind of like get that tightness, that kind of, achy feeling in your shoulder blades. And it doesn't feel great. You're like worried that maybe so many transformations in such a short period of time may have affected you. And you're starting to feel the effects of maybe possibly an oncoming cold of some sort.
Mira, are you all right?
I really need to get some rest. I think I'll be okay if I just sleep, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's take a look in the back of the carriage here and see if Gulch is awake by any chance. And I kind of walk towards the back. Gulch, are you awake?
Just as you're about to go or get close to the door, I'm just gonna bust it open. Oh man, are we there yet?
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. We're here. How are you? What's wrong?
I did not have a very good sleep. Oh, I'm all.
I need to sleep.
I think I got the rope bug.
Okay then. Gulch, are you okay to travel, or do you want to hang out here? How are you feeling exactly?
Oh man, yeah. How do I feel exactly?
Yeah, that's what I asked you. So I just need a response.
Well, since you asked, you too have the achiness inside of your shoulder blades, but it's made its way into your chest and you have a bit of congestion. You're suffering from a little bit of a headache. You did get your full 8 hours, but it does not feel like you got a very restful sleep as far as your head's concerned.
I meant in the game, not in real life.
That's what... I'm a mind reader, apparently. I'm sorry. You're dying, and your nose is bleeding, and you fall off the back of the... I'm just kidding. No. What I told you is how you're feeling.
You just hit real close to home there
Sorry,
for all of a sudden.
sorry. I know what sick feels like.
I'm familiar.
I know what it feels like.
So no, are there any sort of like disadvantages or anything?
Not that you're aware of right now, but I am gonna say you have disadvantage on any wisdom-based skill until you fix this. So that's wisdom rolls, wisdom saving throws, history checks. Actually, wait, is history what? History is wisdom, right?
Intelligent.
History.
That's
Okay, so
okay.
I'm sorry, intelligence. Intelligence checks. No, wisdom.
Question: is
Right.
Winston sick?
Winston hasn't done shit. He's fine.
But he's been around you, and it's. I would
Around you, you're right.
go ahead.
Zoonosis.
Explain.
It's very unlikely that diseases are gonna transfer between Winston and
Thank
a human.
Okay, good. That's where I was
I'm a
going.
tiefling, though.
Biology is too different.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. The biology is slightly different, so
still.
unless you were perhaps,
Dragonborn?
yeah, Dragonborn,
Okay.
Kobold, Lizard folk, something like that along those lines, you're not gonna share.
Oh.
It'd be very difficult. It would be like something like a superbug of some sort, like that we would have to cook up.
Let's just roll random things.
Well, I was waiting until he was done, and then I was gonna explain it.
We
Who
could,
doesn't know?
but no, I'm gonna say that Winston is fine. However, if you try
Based
to
off
use
the alert.
Winston to use your intelligence checks, you're still not going to be able to garner that information because you're just not in a state of mind to be able to comprehend.
Oh, that's fine.
But Winston himself, there's no like physical issues other than, you know, some like symptoms that you're having. Mirda, you have a lesser form of that. But if you don't get sleep soon, you know that
It'll get worse.
it'll only get worse. Yeah. So,
Okay.
I was rolling to see if I could diagnose that.
oh, a medicine check. I didn't see this. Sorry.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes, you can. Okay, so I didn't set a DC before you rolled that. So I'm gonna let you roll one more time. And we're gonna set 11 as the DC. Oh! I was gonna say, like, you just set the DC. So
Screw
there
you,
you go.
Ollie.
So you're like, you're checking yourself, and you're like, oh man, I don't know what's going on here. And
Sorry.
on that second one, you
Oh man, this cold I have right here.
yeah, it's like,
I feel it too.
ugh, it's in the bone. You know that this is some sort of respiratory issue that's fast onsetting, because 8 hours is not a lot of time to have gone from nut zero to this. So it's, you know, you feel like that you maybe caught it on the road, and the only thing you could think of is maybe you spent a little bit too much time in that area where you fought the displacer beasts, and maybe picked up something from the
You know,
air.
also, Gulch and I are the only ones that have pulled the cart, so we're probably suffering from so much exhaustion.
Exactly, which means that's
From-
why your like bodies are like not able to handle it, and maybe only one of you caught it and spread it to the other. And since Gulch seems to be worse for the wear, it's more likely that Gulch has this and has spread it to you because of your back and forth from pushing the cart. Contact.
Can I make us a tea to help with the respiratory infection?
Sure, you can take you can spend do you have items to make tea on you?
I mean,
Is it in your
I
pouch? Do you
can-
have like things like that?
I can just conjure up herbs, though.
Then yes, you do. So okay, yes, I will say absolutely. If you can find a water source that can be heated, so like if you have water on you, you will need to heat it in order to make the tea. But other than that,
Right.
yeah, I'll say you can do that within, you know, the next 20 minutes, or it'll take like 10 minutes to do. Just as long as it takes to boil the water, you just need to find the heat source. And
In water. So I don't have any on me.
you don't have anything in your water skin?
Oh, wait, but actually in the
Yeah,
bag of
there's-
holding, we had rations for the whole week.
Yeah, yeah,
We
you
would
put
have
all your
water.
stuff in there. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna say like, yeah, you probably do have that.
If we find somewhere where I can boil this water, I can make us a tea that'll help.
Okay.
That sounds amazing.
He got like so okay, so what is the plan of action here?
Since I have fairy fire, could I like kind of light a little?
But we'd need a kettle or something.
Oh,
Something
mm,
that we could put in the
Just a
fire.
all right.
Yeah, you'll need something that can withstand fire. You'll need the fire. You'll need a place to make the fire.
Yeah, like a fire
Yeah,
pit.
Yeah, like you need
All
a
right.
brazier.
Okay.
How strong is one of those beer bottles that I have? Would that withstand fire?
I would say you could probably warm something up,
Yeah.
but like you'd have to grab it with some sort of mitt or something without burning yourself.
I mean,
No.
I could just grab it because
Yeah, I was gonna say like you
I
can.
think-
you could probably grab it because as a tiefling, you have resistance to fire damage. You'll still accrue some.
Half, right?
Are you resistant or are you immune?
Resistant. So I'll
Okay,
take
so you'll
like
take like half. It'll be like a D4. It's not like
Yeah.
be a big deal.
It's bad.
Do you guys see a fire pit anywhere that we could
Can
could
I roll
use?
perception?
Make me some perception checks. They are going to be fairly high because as of right now, you don't see any.
Oh, whoops, wrong one. Sorry.
That's before. Oh, nat 20.
Performance? You're like dancing around.
You're like, yeah. You're so confused. You're like trying to.
I failed at dancing.
so confused.
Hold on.
I talked about that earlier, actually. That's funny. Ooh, mine is
One moment. Let me double check something here. So a perception check. Good. Okay, it's a wisdom based. So we're good. I was gonna say like you guys don't have disadvantage on that. I don't.
Oh yeah,
so
I was
think
gonna
you're
double
good.
check.
Yeah. That's what I was checking.
If the nasally stuffed voice gets too much for you guys, let me know.
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh no, it's
But
fine.
It's very easy
think
for me
it's
to jump
funny.
into this voice.
I actually like it.
It's real good. Yeah, it's working for this.
All right.
All right. So Mirda, you happen to catch out of the corner of your eye, kind of hidden behind like a on the opposite side of. Let's see if you guys see this. Do you see my?
Yeah.
This okay.
Yeah.
So you see right about over here, about 50, 60 feet away from you, kind of like through this like vegetable fruit stand. There is something on the back side of this that's kind of hanging on to the ceiling here that has like a hook that's very similar to a brazier. That is, it's fairly small. It's enough to do what you would probably need to do. But there's one over there that you could probably take and unhook. And you don't see anybody around. There's nobody. There are no open windows. There are no open doors. People seem to be either gone or ignoring you right now.
Oh, all right. She just went over there. I was just gonna say, Mira, it's all right. You've done a lot for us. I'll go.
No, I got it.
Okay, clearly. Oh, and there she goes. Okay.
You're just like, I'm not getting sick. I'm not getting sick. I'm not getting sick. I'm not getting sick.
I don't want this. I don't want this.
Not again. Not again.
Oh man.
Fucking druids.
Ugh. How
What
are you
doing
feeling?
next to me? No, I'm feeling great now. Step off, man. Get out of here. Get back in the carriage. Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay.
Where do you wanna light this?
So you unhooked
Okay,
it.
you guys
yeah?
figured that out. I'm gonna be somewhere else.
How about we put it right here? We're kind of off to the side
Okay.
and out
I
of
mean-
the way.
Kind of next to all of these wooden crates, though.
It doesn't have to be a big fire. It just has to be like a little thing. We're just
Okay.
heating up a bottle.
That's true.
Now the brazier is meant to have wood put into it, or whatever you're trying to. That's where the fire source is, and then you'll place you're talking about putting your bottle into this thing.
Yeah.
Is that it?
How
Okay.
wide is it?
It's like, it's fairly small. It's about twice the size of a dinner plate, so like maybe like yay big.
Okay. Okay. So if we set the fire up over here, I'm gonna look through the bag of holding. I have the steel bar. We could just put this in the fire to heat it up and put the bottle on the bar.
Like a cooktop,
Does that
like a
work?
little tiny.
Yeah, exactly, like a little
Yeah.
flat top.
There you go. Is that what you choose to do?
Yeah, we do it.
What are you setting on fire? Like, how are you creating the fire?
So with Druidcraft, I'm going to make some
Are these spells that you're using?
This is just a cantrip.
Okay, so go ahead and like just put them. Yeah, there you go. Just so that we know like in order like how we're doing things. So okay, cool. That works. We'll say that your druid craft light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. So you can start it, but like you need wood. Still, you need a source of flame. You know what I mean? So you can start it like
just break
you don't
one
need
of
fire.
these barrels over here.
Wait. I got some crossbow bolts I'm not using. We just throw this in there.
But there's all these.
But I mean, there's already signs that say we're not supposed to be here. Do we really want to piss everybody off?
They're gonna be mad no matter what.
I got. Is there a box or something that looks like it's kind of off to the side that we could kind of?
I'll say yeah. There's probably like an empty box that's like an empty apple box or something.
Here.
Oh, you feel like that? Oh, you just magically see that? Is that what you do?
Yeah, I feel like there's one right there.
All right, sure. You
Somebody
can
dropped it earlier.
Right.
Her perception was really high. She saw it when she was looking for the fire thing.
Exactly.
I did.
Right.
I did.
Makes sense.
Okay.
And we
this
only
in no way will bite you back.
Take a few planks. Okay, we can use your arrows. We don't need to break anything around here.
How big is this box?
I love the fear that just shows up if I just say a little phrase.
How big's the box? Like
it's like an apple box. It's like a you know, it's like
a produce
foot and a half by foot and a half, or 2 feet by 1 foot.
Okay, I'm just gonna take it, look around. It's empty. I just kind of, with my hands, start taking it apart.
Okay. I'll say you do that. I'm not gonna make you roll for anything. Okay. So you get enough, you know, wood together to put into the brazier and try to light that on fire. You use your druid craft to light it on fire. You're placing a steel plate or something into the fire that you can place your bottle on top of to warm the water that you have in there, and then Mirda is placing the herbs and spices into the bottle. Is that how this is working?
Yes.
Okay. We'll say you do it. Mirda, why don't you roll me a d20? Just a straight d20. DC 10. Oh.
Oh God.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. So you still make the tea. It's a little weak. It's a little weak. You know that this is gonna get you through till you can get some sleep, but it's not gonna cure you. It'll get you till you. It'll help you buy some time.
And I take. Sorry, my voice is making me giggle.
Do it.
I'm gonna notice. No, the tea might not be as strong as what we were hoping for. So, I'm going to take out of the bag of holding one of the bottles of rum and mix it in with the tea.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna try to burn it out through. You're gonna make a little Arnold Palmer situation here. A little Long Zamoran iced tea.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna mix that up. Do you do this before or after Mirda has taken her half?
I would say after we sniff it. Okay, Mirda, would you have tasted it or just like chunked back half of it?
I would have tasted it.
So would you? Okay. So I think before she chugs it back, I'll mix a little bit of rum in with it. Just
Okay. So she tastes it. She knows it's a weak.
Mix it up.
Explains to you that this may not do the full job, but it's gonna do in a pinch. You add that in there. That's going to enhance.
This will help kill any bacteria in the throat.
So
that's perfect.
You'll drink this, and it will make you feel immediately better. For now.
Okay.
No.
So for now, you do feel a bit invigorated. Maybe there's something inside of the tea, the caffeine in it, whatever, and you're not used to drinking stuff like that in this world. It very much invigorates your body, and then the, burning sensation from the rum and also the qualities of the drink as it is makes you feel that you could be in the clear. It's like that, like, okay, I feel good. I feel good now. I think I can move forward. I've got my lozenge. I've got my Vicks. I got Vapo Rub. I got my, everything's good. I think I just do this for 20 minutes and I'm going to be good. And then we're going to move about our day. Maybe it was just like fluke, and you feel better for now. So you have successfully staved off whatever this ailment is, chalking it up to travel and tiredness. Now what?
Do you guys want to find an inn? Maybe we could eat and then just go get some rest?
Well, can I hear them from where I am? Or
yeah, you're right there.
Are you in the carriage?
I don't
You're
know.
in the carriage.
But like,
They probably looked for you.
we're like 10 feet away.
Okay, I wasn't sure. You guys are doing.
You could have called out to him. I mean, I'm sure that he's
Right, let's say I walked out.
okay.
I would rather both of you get some rest based off how you previously looked.
I feel great.
Well, yeah, but I definitely need food too. We haven't eaten in 8 hours, really. Like, I need a hot cooked meal. And then rest, because I'm not gonna be able to sleep well on an empty stomach.
Right. Winston and I can go look for something. If you're feeling great, Gulch, we can split up in this town and figure out where we want to stay or any supplies that we need. I mean, if you're feeling up for it,
Maybe I'll just stay in the back of the wagon, and you guys can, when you find something, come get me.
If Mirda stays, I'll stay with her, and Winston will go with you. Because that way, if anything happens, Winston can communicate with me, and I can come give you guys a hand. And then that way, Mirda can rest a little bit, and I keep an eye on things.
Okay, that sounds good. And I'm gonna go and stroll into town and see if I can find any sort of inn.
Okay.
Or anywhere to eat, at least.
Okay. Winston's gonna jump on your shoulder and just kind of wrap around.
Inrat, are you? Will you go ahead and tell me where you head?
I'm gonna stop here at this inn. It looks like there's some meats.
So you don't see any signs anywhere for inn, tavern, store, nothing. There's no like, you see doorways and shuttered windows, and that's it. There's no lights. You don't see any lights behind, like in the edge of the windows or anything like that. You don't see any kind of like light emanating from anywhere. It is dusk, so it's starting to get dark. You would expect to see some sort of light emanating somewhere, but everything's shuttered. You do see that there is a little bit of a semi-cured meat on this kind of rack in front of this building. There are a multitude of instruments of butchery and a handful of different kinds of meats that are in various stage of decay or aging. But from the looks of it, it seems like it's just been kind of left here.
Can I yell? Like,
sure. Yeah, if you want to yell.
Hello? Is anyone here? Help?
You don't hear any answer to that.
Okay. Can I walk towards this area?
Yeah, you can walk wherever you want. You walk over there. There is a couple of partially carved up cheese wheels, a few hand pies that seem to be a little older. They're not warm. They're definitely not fresh. And a couple of handfuls of strawberries that seem to be out of season. You also do not see any people manning the station.
Have at least some pies. I'm sorry, in character. Don't we have some pies left from that we stole
Yeah.
in the back of the
Yeah, we
carriage?
do.
You mean you were
We do.
gifted for
Yeah.
helping the old
That were
lady?
gifted. Yeah, helping.
I believe so. That's not.
Hey, Mirda, I know we sent him off to look around for things, but like, I'm gonna pull out a blueberry. Like, would you like a pie?
Oh yeah, I would. It's not. I mean, I've pretty much run for 8 hours. Or
Well, we
yeah,
got-
so
I
I'm gonna
got
need more than
2
pie, but this
apples.
is great.
I got 2 apple pies, an apple crumble, a pumpkin. There was a rhubarb somewhere, and 2 blueberries.
Oh, okay. I'll take a blueberry.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Excellent choice.
Okay. On my expedition while they're munching on pies, I will go up these steps over here and see if I can knock on this door and see if there's anything.
Okay. You knock on the door, and you hear the shuffling of feet.
And I whisper to Winston, stay hidden for the moment. Question of DM.
Yes.
What language does Winston speak?
I don't know. What language does he speak?
He can understand. Where did you go? He can understand Common and Draconic,
Okay.
and whatever
Perfect.
I want to talk to him.
So, which means if Winston were to speak to me in Draconic, I would understand it, because I understand Draconic.
If you do,
He
yes.
cannot speak.
Oh, he can't speak. He can only
But
communicate to.
He can telepathically,
Right.
but I
Oh,
can speak through him.
right.
But he
Okay.
can understand you. So, like,
Yeah.
if you tell him
Okay,
something,
that's fine.
he's his own
It's not-
person. So,
I
you
thought
tell
a
him to
funny
do something.
conversation. I was mostly looking for comedic relief and a funny conversation between Winston and I, but that's okay.
Oh, I got
You
it, I
can
got it.
continue
You can
to
talk to
speak to
him.
him. You
I
can
can
like
speak to
definitely
him,
speak to
right.
him. Like,
Do it.
and then whether
Right
or
now,
not
I'll
he.
knock on the door.
Okay.
I'll knock on the door and just be like, "Oi, Winston, stay hidden for the moment." I'll say it in Draconic just because I never use that.
You just assume. You just assume.
I assume. Yeah, I assume.
He's just gonna look at you real confused, and then put his head back down on your shoulder.
Inra,
Does he not understand me? Yeah.
you're
Well-
at the door. Yeah.
Yep.
So the door is. You mean? Whoops. Sorry, Winston. Winston. Here. Yeah. This is like a porch kind of thing.
Oh, I thought this.
Yeah, yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
So you go to that door. You knock on it. You hear the shuffling of the feet. You tell Winston to hide. And
Oh, you were telling him to hide.
Yes.
Oh, okay. With that, then he'll leap up and just kind of like up onto the roof, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
And just
The roof is
look
about
down.
20 feet above it.
Okay. And he'll just kinda look
This is
down.
one of the tallest buildings in the village. It's made out of adobe type style.
Power show? No. Damn it! I've messed up my own joke. Keep going.
You hear the shuffling of feet, and you see like a little bit of a shadow, kind of like almost as if somebody's standing in front of the door. It's very small though, and you hear the very faint whispers of something in Draconic, but you can't quite make it out.
I guess in Draconic back, I say.
I don't know, did we lose him?
Oh.
I thought he was like really deep in
Oh,
thought.
He did freeze. Okay.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I
And
thought
then I was
you
like, wait, he's not blinking.
Yeah, well, you froze for a second. As soon as you said,
Oh, I
I
did.
say,
Yeah.
and then you just
Yeah,
like
and then we
paused.
thought- We
I thought you were like
just,
deep in thought.
contemplating.
What do you say?
When I think I don't blink.
Creepy.
So what were you gonna say to the?
In Draconic, I said, "Hello, is anyone there?" I don't know how to actually speak Draconic, but
Oh, that was great.
Well, I thought you said you did.
well,
No, he's-
no, Mike.
he's-
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. I got what you say. All right. Yeah. Blur those lines of fantasy and reality. Okay. So you speak those words in Draconic, and you notice that the light kind of shifts again, like they walked away, and you hear the shuffling of feet. And they stepped away from the door. Again, there's no signs on the doorway that would illuminate you to assume that this is anything other than a domicile for somebody to live in.
I'll bang on the door and said, "Oi, I need people that can help my people. Is anyone there, please?" In Draconic.
A few moments go by, no answer.
Okay, in common, I'll say the same thing.
You hear a breathy gasp. And you hear in Draconic, in a very hushed tone, the sound of what seems to be like maybe a child speaking to someone else, saying, "Outsiders." But you don't hear any answer for.
I'll kind of lean up against the door. And Enroy says,
I just imagine him like this. Like at the door, like, "Hey guys, it's cool. It's just me, friendly dude."
"Guys, it's okay."
Hello.
I'll put both palms on the door.
Okay.
How to use that? I'll put both palms at the door. I'm sorry. This is in common. Listen, my friends need help. They need food. They need shelter, and I'm just looking for somewhere to stay for the night. Please help us.
You don't hear any. There's no answer to the door, and you don't see the light shifting anymore. You no longer hear the sounds of any voices in the room.
All right, I'm gonna walk towards the end of the porch here.
Okay.
And then I'll call Winston to me in Draconic, just because it sounds cool.
Okay.
But you don't know what it sounds like.
Well, I'm assuming it sounds cool. It's Draconic. Come on.
Is that not how Draconic? Yeah, come here.
Is that what Draconic sounds like? Like
I had a bit of an accent on it. But...
It sounds like you're consummated.
Maybe that's what it sounds like. It's a dialect.
You don't know.
I call to Winston. And he comes to me.
Concerned, because that was a weird noise.
Concerned.
I'll say to Winston, see if you can find a way in. Don't pursue, just observe.
Alright. Winston will kind of flap up and do a once around the building.
Oh, really quick, wait. Winston, report the Gulch and message me with any sort of, just listening. Aye?
Okay. So if I do, the best I got is a perception check. I do a perception check to see if there's like any open windows or like maybe another doorway in the building.
Yeah, you can do a perception check. Okay, you do notice that there are two slatted windows that are closed. There is a door obviously there that is closed up above. There seems to be a small chimney that does not have smoke coming out of it. Would be just about Winston size if he were to make his way down.
Excuse me, Miranda. Don't
yeah.
I don't mean to be rude. I just Winston's telling me something. I gotta help Enra out. So
Oh, you're gonna leave me in here?
No. I'll be right here. I'm just gonna go blind and deaf for a moment.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And then my eyes are just gonna glaze over as I stare forward, just staring at Miranda.
Do they turn white or black? Do they go milky, or do they like go void?
I want to say void because that sounds cooler.
Okay.
What? I like milky.
Milky sounds gross.
It does sound gross.
Okay.
Couldn't say like ethereal or anything like that. Just milky.
Milky, like just
It really goes goat milky.
All right.
It's very opaque,
almond milky.
thick.
Almond milky, please.
You can still see the iris because it's like looking through water that's just slightly tinted water. Okay,
right.
So what are you doing?
As I do that, Winston's gonna jump on this railing here, look over at Enra and say, "All right, so there's 2 closed-up windows and a chimney that Winston could probably fit on through. You think I should ask him to go in?"
Well,
and it's like Gulch's voice and everything. It's essentially you're having a conversation with Gulch through Winston.
Winston, his mouth can't make he doesn't have lips, right? So like, not the way that Gulch does. So he can't make the same. So he's just like, and his voice comes out. Yeah.
There's a chimney over there. Would you like to jump into it?
It's like an intercom. Just
yeah, it's like an intercom. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Gulch. Hello. I thought I was going to be talking to Winston. All right.
Oh, you get it a sec. I just can't really communicate with you, so he asked me to communicate with you.
Perfect. Well, I was going to let it up to Winston's digression. These people are not letting us in. I was just wondering what the situation was. If Winston is willing, of course, to go down the chimney, that would be great without being seen, of course.
Oh, of course.
If he's able to slip into any sort of windows. I'm really just looking for information. And while Winston's doing that, I will go across the street and see if we can find ourselves some sort of food or shelter better than that whingy carriage that we're staying in for the past 2 days.
Winston says he's down, but you owe him some brisket. Do you accept his terms?
All right, fine. Brisket it is.
Okay. And then he will leap up and try to stealthily go down the chimney.
Okay, roll a stealth check, please.
Okay.
While he's doing that, can I walk across the street?
Yeah, you can do what you need. Okay.
Oh, it's fucking invisible.
So yeah, Winston is basically like just like a drone, a silent drone, just like floating down to the bottom, and he gets past that initial chimney, and then it opens up a little bit into the smokestacks, and like, as he goes down, he notices that there's like a completely empty fireplace at the bottom. There's a brazier at the bottom that is obviously looks like it's made for cooking. There's some a rotisserie that goes across the top of it. It's kind of got like a big open space for Winston to be able to kind of get to the edge of. And as he does, in Draconic, he hears 2 small children kind of like talking to each other. And it sounds like one of the children sounds to be a bit older, maybe about 11, 12, is talking to a 6-year-old. And he's telling him a story. It's an older female voice, and talking to a smaller male seeming child. And the older female voice is telling a story about the night dragon and how it enters homes of bad children, and that it will wait until you're asleep, and if you don't have all of your covers covering your entire body, it'll come for you. And if you haven't done all of your chores and ate all of the food that your parents have provided for you and been a very good child and also been very good to your siblings, that it will eat your feet. And that when you wake up in the morning, you're just going to have little bloody nubs at the end of your bed. And when you wake up, you will no longer be able to walk. And you hear this small child, I know! And it's kind of like terrified at this story. And this is about the time where you are coming down into that space where you can see, and what you see, they haven't noticed you, is the two children that are on like a seat that is maybe about 8 feet away from where you're at. And you see that this is the inside of a domicile. It seems to be maybe the home of a what you would consider a noble in this town. So maybe it's the leader of the town, maybe it's the sheriff's house, maybe it's somebody of note that seems to be a little nicer inside than it is outside. And you see that there are some half-eaten meals at the table. Seems that there were 3 set, but you only see the 2 children, and there's no signs of anybody else in the house.
Okay. All right. So Winston has been kind of controlling himself. Gulch was just kind of watching along, listening in. After listening to that story, Gulch is going to project in a very low voice through Winston. Let them in. Help the outsiders. Or else. And then, as he says, or else, Winston's going to slowly creep out of the chimney, staring at them with a stinger out, wiggling his tail.
You see the 2 children that are like grasping at each other, and they're clawing, and they're like taking steps back. And and they run for the door, and as they fumble at the door, the smaller one is running so fast that he hits the door, and he actually bounces his head right off of it, and he falls to the ground, and he actually knocks himself out. The other one is looking at you, and it's trying to like unlock the door and fiddles with it so much that it can't like get the locking mechanism, because there's multiple locking mechanisms undone, and there seems to be something that needs to have a key, and it gets to the last one, and it's kind of a slide lock, and as it unslides the lock, it drags its hand across the slide, and it seems that it's maybe some sort of a sharp iron metal, you know, like makeshift type of item to like just do the job that it needs to do, and it cuts its arm up, and it's like oh no. And then it looks down, and it grabs its sibling and tries to drag it off into the bedroom as it's bleeding all the way from where they're at to the room. And they try to get into their room, and it locks the door. What's that now?
I've done that before.
You've done that? What?
Oh, yeah.
Like, cut yourself trying to open up the...
Yeah, in DR, in Dominican Republic.
No way.
Like hard iron.
Oh yeah, okay, so that's okay. So I accurately described this situation. This has happened.
I've like
this is
it
legit.
wasn't like a slice. It was like when I slit it, it was a hard
scraped,
and it pulled off of my skin.
Yeah, it'll scrape your skin. I've seen it. I've never. I'm just imagining it in my head. So now, thank you for corroborating this story.
Yeah.
Little Oliver. We've just relived Enra's childhood issues. Explains a lot. Okay, so.
So is the door is unlocked then, right?
No, there is actually, they got all the locks undone, but there is a something that looks to be like there needs to be a skeleton key to unlock from the inside. Almost as if they were trying to keep not only somebody out, but also keep people in. Like you can't like leave without the lock. If it's locked from the inside, like you have to unlock it either from the inside or the outside to unlock it.
Okay.
But they've run into their room, and there's a trail of blood that kind of leads into the room. By the way, what is your alignment?
Mine?
Yes. Gulch.
Chaotic good.
I'm gonna need you to take that 1 tick to neutral. as you have just terrified children on purpose to try to get them to do your bidding. Through terror. Not through nice asking, but through terror. This is a very this is probably frowned upon if the peoples of this town were to find out about this.
All right.
It doesn't really have any bearing on anything that you do until I make you do like 6 of those, and then it's a problem. All
right. So with that, Winston's gonna feel really guilty that he cut his arm on that, and then he's gonna flop out through the chimney over to Enra.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna say, okay, so the kids opened up the door mostly, but there's like a skeleton key that needs to be used, and can you pick a lock?
What do you mean mostly? Like,
I mean, there was a bunch of locks, but like there's also like a lock that needs a key on the inside, which is kind of weird. And the kids didn't seem to have that, and then one of the kids sliced his arm and ran and hid in the bedroom.
Sliced his arm? I just told you to observe.
It didn't go the way I wanted it to.
Obviously.
I mean, I'll leave them some gold to make up for it, but anyways, can you pick a lock?
I can try my best to pick a lock. Maybe not a skeleton key, but we can see.
So to pick a lock, what you'll need is proficiency with lock picking tools. Actually have lock picking tools, and then make the DC. So if you've got all those things, we can do this. You can make improvised lock picking tools if you have the proficiency. I'll let you do that if you roll a high enough investigation check to find them.
Proficiency in
lock picking tools.
Exactly?
Lock picking. If you don't see it on your sheet, it probably means you don't have it.
No, I don't.
It's usually in skills and
no,
I think
I
rangers and rogues get it.
Yeah.
But unless you took something else to get that, if you've got really high sleight of hand and you have and you investigate high enough to find improvised lock picking tools, you can try. You can make the attempt. I
have high sleight of hand.
Okay.
Investigation is just standard.
So what I'll say is, if you can roll an 18 or higher on investigation to find the tools that something that you think you could use, and then you roll an 18 in sleight of hand as well, I'll let you do the lockpicking, if that's what you choose to do.
Where I am at right now, is there anyone here? Like,
there's nobody that you've seen. The only person you've seen is that person that was on the other side that left the building that's directly to your left on the map, and then they walked out that gate, which
okay. I'm gonna go back to the apartment or this house.
Okay.
At the door.
Is there a hole on the outside for the skeleton?
Yeah. So it's like the hole goes like all the way through, and you can tell that there's some sort of a mechanism inside. That's why you got to use the key on one end or the other.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna try this. I'm gonna roll sleight of hand.
Well, hold on. Investigation 18 or higher to find something to do this with. Okay. Now an 18 or higher on sleight of hand to unlock the door. Motherfucker.
Are we in? Are we in?
You begin, like, you take this very hard dry piece of meat that you find on the ground and you shove it in the lock, and it's got just enough of that, like, bend in it to like reach around to where it needs to go inside of the lock, and you hear a click, and the door kind of like, you can tell that it relieves a little bit, so you could probably turn the knob and walk in.
As I turn, as I hear the click, I take out the dry meat. I'm just like, and I eat it.
Okay. Maybe a Constitution saving throw.
It's like a very private.
DC 12. Oh my god, you lucky asshole. Alright. Wow. Wow, is this how this night's gonna go? Okay, so you eat it. It tastes delicious. It's just like the jerky you used to get at, when you're first on the sea, you know, when you've just left dock. Because that stuff doesn't last for that long on the sea. Either because people eat it, or, you know, it's like a month maybe, tops.
Seems like a very piratey thing to do.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's like you got to get that protein in at the beginning so you can like waste away later on that 6-month voyage.
Not bad.
You get into the what? Do you go inside? You hear the lock. It unlocks, and the door gives, and you feel like you can successfully open this door. You've successfully unlocked it.
Winston, hide yourself behind my back or something. And I'll close the door behind me.
Okay.
Hello? Does anyone need help in here?
You don't hear anything, but you do see a trail of blood leaving from where you're at. It's a very small trickle, and it kind of goes around where the kitchen's at to your left, and heads down a small hallway, and that's where that's as far as you can see. And in front of you, you see a hearth and a cooking area that is attached to the fireplace that Winston must have come through. To the right, you see pictures on the wall of a family that are painted in low detail. It seems to be very crude. It's unsure whether or not this was made by a child or not, but there's definitely a family with 3 small children, 2 of which are standing on their own, a mother holding a child that is presumably a daughter, and a big strapping man that is behind everybody, that is much larger than everybody else. There's a few pictures like that of the various people, and then there's also a mantle that's got a few trinkets and such on it, and then like a little kitchen, or like a cook prep area.
Okay. Can I follow the trail of blood?
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm assuming it leads to a door.
You follow it. You notice that the hallway has 3 doorways. One of them is open. 2 of them are closed. 2 that are on the right are closed, and one on the left is open.
I'll go to the one that's open.
Okay. You walk through that doorway, and you see a fairly large hay bed that you're familiar with, the look of. Nothing too extravagant, but like it seems to be well cared for. Newer than anything that's outside of this, abode. And you see a dresser. There are a few candles, some that are fresh and some that have been burned down. There are a couple of drawers in one of these, and on the other side you see a footlocker. And there are a few blankets, most of which are just very tattered kind of burlap or cotton.
Okay.
Of a very shoddy make. And then there's a armoire on the edge of the room.
All right. I'll step out of the room and go to one of the doors that are closed.
Okay. Which one do you?
I won't open it. I'll knock.
Okay. You hear some like somebody's like scooting back, and like you hear some like very heavy panted breaths.
I'll whisper to Winston and say, wait, Winston can't communicate with Gulch, right?
Mhm.
It's a two-way
Mhm.
thing.
Yep.
It's on a.
You communicate with
one-way.
him, and he communicates with Gulch. Yeah.
Okay. Winston, go and tell Gulch that we have a place for them to stay, and go get them and lead them here. I'll take care of this.
Right. Yeah, Winston, knowing how terrified the kids are of these of the idea of a dragon, will kind of head back out towards. Well, the door is closed behind him, so he's just gonna go over to like the chimney area where the fireplace
Okay, he's gonna fly
is.
out.
At this point, Gulch is gonna just kind of snap out of it and be like, "Hey, Mirda, don't
Yeah.
get mad."
What?
So
I'm already mad.
I now understand why they hate outsiders.
Why?
We may have terrified some children and
What?
broken into a house.
Oh my god.
We?
Oh god, it's so good.
What
on the
happened?
plus side, we should probably bring some of these pies with us, and we have an indoor area to go to. We might have to talk to some children and make them not terrified of us.
Oh.
I may have overheard them telling a story about the night dragon eating them if they don't behave. So then Winston went out and terrified them and told them that they needed to open the door for us. That part's on me. Enra did break into the house afterwards, and
Oh, he did.
yeah. So, I mean, it's about a 33% blame rate on the three of us.
Blame
being
rate.
myself, Enra, and Winston. Winston was all for it, and then now he feels a little bad about it too. But yeah, if you want to grab a couple pies, and we'll go try to bribe these children to make them feel better.
I guess we don't really have a choice now.
No.
No.
And I'm just gonna walk away.
I want Mirda and Gulch to make perception checks
Oh God. Okay.
before you get out of the carriage. Okay.
Perception. Oh, okay, it's wisdom. I mean, it's still gonna be garbage, but
Well, you're good. You don't have to worry about any of your intelligence checks now because your
Oh,
drink is
okay.
good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Both of you hear the sound of faint voices kind of coming from both directions from where the carriage is, and you hear footsteps and what sounds to be like you hear like it's a strange sound that is like two footsteps followed by a dig in the dirt. And that's multiplied by like a lot. And you start to hear voices from the outside, and it seems that they're investigating your carriage.
Do you hear that?
And you feel like them pushing it, so that's why you know that they're around you.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna disguise self, turn myself into an old lady.
Uh-huh.
Give me a second here, or make myself look like an old woman.
Okay. Who are you
And
gonna make
then-
yourself look like? Wait, like just like some random old
pie
human
lady.
lady?
Yeah, just some old, hunched
The pie
over
lady.
No, because they already shooed the pie lady out of this town.
Oh, that's true.
So just an old woman with some tattered clothes,
Okay.
some wrinkles.
If you don't have an old woman voice, I'm gonna be.
Ready to go. Had it ready. Awesome. I love it. The freaking
I'm
hat.
gonna hunch over and open up the door Excuse me.
As
Hello?
you see a guy like kind of like move out of the way of the door as it spreads open, and you like come out with your old lady voice, and you notice that you're quite surrounded.
Hi, Sonny. How are you?
Oi, what business you have here? Where do you come from?
Oh, I come from Tragant.
Tragant. How you get past the front gates?
We walk?
You walk. So is this your carriage or not?
Yes, this is our carriage.
And how may I ask, did you get it into the city?
Oh, we hired a young strapping fella and his horses to bring us in.
Sure.
But he had to leave.
Oh, all right. And how long would you say that it was before he left? And how long have you been here?
Oh, it's been about, how long has it been?
You've probably been in town for like
Oh,
half an hour, maybe.
It's been about half an hour, maybe.
And he looks at the others, and the others all start laughing at you and says, pardon me, miss. Well, please let me help you get out. And he like puts his hand here to like let you get down.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And as he brings you down to the ground, he kind of pushes you into the one next to on the other side and says, all right, cuff him.
Oh no, what?
Oh
We're
yes,
just trying
it's
to
your
sell
no,
pies.
I don't think so. We've told your
What's
kind
going
not to
on?
come back here, and we've meant business. We told you what would happen next time you came. All right, who else is this in here? Anyone else with you?
No, what kind are you talking about?
You know exactly what we're talking about. Now it's time to pay the piper. So, all right, let's go.
Oh,
And they begin to walk you out. Oh, I'm getting the. Hold on, I'm gonna turn that into the GM. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. That was not it. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, vamoose. No, it's on the. Put it on the wrong way. Sorry. Yeah, so they like begin to walk you out this way towards where you saw that person when you first got here.
Where are my pies?
You hear someone else. Don't worry about your pies. Your pies will be safely taken care of.
Those go for about 50 silver apiece. So
They go for nothing here. We told you. And he yells back at the others that are here and says, check the rest of the cart. Toss it if you have to. And one of the guys pokes his head in. Mirta, what are you doing?
I cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and make my way out of the cart.
Okay.
And hide.
make your hold on.
Spell?
Hold on.
Sleight of hand.
Oh god. What is it? They don't get any bonuses, so it's gonna be a D20. What is your stealth? Do a it's a stealth check. Just a stealth check with +10. So 28. It's pretty good. There's no way I'm gonna be able to beat that, but I'm gonna roll it anyway. If it was a nat 20, I was gonna say, hey, they saw you. So you kind of like slink out. Well, you know what? Why don't you describe how you do this? How do you slink out of the other side of the carriage?
Because there's so many of them over there, I can hear their footsteps on that side, so I sort of just stay as close to this wall as possible.
Can I jump in for a second?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to be this guy, but just for the sake of amusement and story,
do it.
No,
does she not get disadvantage on this check?
Why?
Because you're exhausted, or have
not yet. I have an hour.
Not yet.
He said I have an
There's
hour.
an hour. After, so you have literally you have half an hour. You have half an hour before you're exhausted, and the first level exhaustion is actually not so bad. I think it's a disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Just ability checks.
Does also the tea not do anything?
The tea got rid of the sickness for now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
For now.
I got it. Okay.
For
I just
now.
wanted to see if she got caught or not.
No.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but no, that good to bring that up, to keep that in mind. That's good.
Okay.
Because that stuff happens all the time and we'll forget. So Meredith's making her way downtown. Walk them streets.
Literally downtown.
Literally.
No.
Gulch, you are being escorted out of the immediate vicinity, and they're taking you to that kind of edge of town, that doorway out of town, or what looked like a doorway out of town that other person like left. And as you pass through the gates, you see that there is a hill about 100 yards out, and the hill kind of has this gradual kind of, it's just a gradual bump. It's about 30 feet high from the bottom to the top. At the very bottom, there's like a few, you see about 3-4 houses that are kind of like built. The backs of them are like butted up against the back of this hill. And you see a few of them that have smokestacks that are kind of like, obviously somebody's in them, they're cooking, something's happening inside of there. There's somebody obviously there. And as you get closer, you start to hear the noises of what seems to be townspeople. So that is what you are seeing as you are being taken that direction.
As we're walking that way, can I just be like, oh, I hope Fighter Finn's gonna be okay with this.
No, what was that?
Fighter Finn. I told you I came from Trigant.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but you just probably better keep your trap shut. You know what's good for you.
I don't.
Well, obviously you came back here. We told your sisters that they weren't welcome here.
My sisters, I'm an only child.
Yeah, sure, that's what they said as well. And every one of them, all 3 of them showed up. Same story, same as you, same pies.
So what you're
Are they
saying
still,
is
like,
same bullshit. What?
They're not out of this.
They're
not out of the
leaving.
area.
Yeah, they're leaving, but like it's not at a very fast. It's like they're not marching. It's just they're escorting, and they understand that this is a frail old lady, so they're kind of like with her.
Can I? How sneakily do I have to be to cast message?
You don't. Yeah. Find. Are there somatic components to that? Hold on. Oh my god, what the fuck is this? Hold on.
Oh,
We'll get to this in just a second, Mirda. Go ahead and pop up a message real quick. I think you could do it without any issues.
Okay, give us a
Go ahead and send message. They're not really paying too much attention to that. Oh, you do have some somatic components. So your hands are tied behind your back, and you can still trace the movements and stuff, but the guy in the back is not really like, he's not really worried too much about you. They're just kind of, so yeah, you can cast message.
I'm gonna say, I think I chose the wrong disguise. He thinks I'm one of the sisters. If I need to, I will poof out and back over to you guys if I get in danger. You can respond to this message. I sent it to Mirda.
Really quick.
Okay.
Okay, Mirda, got it.
Mirda's, how far does this go? 120 feet? Okay, yeah, you're good.
I'm sending bats your way.
Oh no, you sent the bats. I should have never given that access to you. How many are you sending?
8.
Okay. 8.
8 bats.
Right.
They're gonna like dive bomb everybody.
Okay.
Except for Gulch, and hopefully he can get away.
Okay.
Is the goal. Is that they'll distract everybody by being a fierce mob
Okay.
of bats.
I'm trying to pretend I'm not this old lady, or convince them I'm not this old lady, and you're like, the old lady summoning
bats. That's exactly what they think. They're like, oh, so the oldest trick in the book. Summoning your minions.
I'm gonna fall over as the bots come.
And they're running, but the bats just are too fast for them, and they get around. They're all around them. And they kind of like lose track of you as they kind of like are fighting off these bats because they're obviously, I'm assuming they're not letting them hit old lady.
Can my
lady
bat
Gulch.
summon real bats?
No, because you're doing summoning. You're not. That doesn't extend to them.
But they can mimic the sounds of regular bats.
Right. So.
And so
listen,
if they call for other bats, I should be able to double my bat size, party size.
That's not how this works,
really
but I kind of
like Velociraptor.
I'm so excited.
This is not how this works. Okay, so nobody crucify me, please, in the chat that knows about D&D. But I kind of want to see this happen. So I'm gonna give you a D100. Anything over a 90, I'm gonna let it happen. Roll me a D100 and see what happens. Ooh, okay, so like you're trying to 11 your way through the bats, and you know, and the bats are like trying to like I don't know what to tell you. We're not native to this area. We can't like, you know, that's kind of like the information you're kind of getting back from your bat
There's
signal.
a bunch of bats on the tree.
Yeah.
They're like, what is that? And the father's like, don't worry about it. They're out of towners.
No outsiders. We don't talk to them, son. We don't deal with that. Those are Western wingtail bats. We don't none of that. We're flying foxes. Get out of here. That's business.
So did you say they lost track of me? Like
they're caught up with like this fighting and with the bats, and so like they kind of like stop keeping eye on you. So what do you do?
I'm going to try to sneak back towards Mirda.
Okay. So they've kind of gotten about 30 feet from town. Okay. You break away. I'm gonna say that you don't have to do any rolls or anything like that. It happens. They're tied up at the bats, but you still are shackled, so you are limited with what you can do, and your run speed is halved. Now you're not in turn order. You can do whatever, but that's what you're dealing with.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like try to like nonchalantly like walk back through the gate towards where Mirda is.
Okay. So nonchalant, you mean like you're gonna walk, or you're gonna jog? What are you doing? And are you still old lady?
Are you an athletic old lady?
I'm still the old lady right now. I'm gonna like jog with a limp towards town.
Okay. Okay. I'll say that you get to town.
Okay.
How do you approach town?
How do I approach town?
Yeah, how do you like come into town?
Well, is the gate still?
Gates open. These are not like closed gates. These were just like, when I say gate, I mean like the arch that you come into town. Okay. There's like 2 arches, which is very weird because everything else is like this garbage heap of like house manure stuck together.
I would like to, I guess, like come in and oh god, there's still people in there. Come in and man, okay.
Basically, I'm just trying to figure out how are you approaching town.
I'm gonna
running,
like, be jogging in,
okay,
and go. Oh, my sciatica! Oh, the bats! They're attacking! Help! We need help!
You hear Mirda, you see this happening, and as you come into town, screeching and hollering, you hear this guy who's at the rafters over here that was actually going to check on the door that Inra was in.
Do I see him?
Says, "Halt!" You don't see him because he's up. Okay. He's up on a second story.
Okay.
Says,
okay. So he yells, "Halt!
Halt! You are under arrest."
I'm gonna fall over, and then look up and be like,
"Good,
no,
good.
Creature, no, sir.
That's what you get. That's what you're supposed to be under arrest, being taken into custody."
Sir, look at your friends.
Oh shit! You called your bats? You bitch! How dare you? Those are my friends. Those are my friends. Get up! God. Get up! And like he kind of helps bring you up with like the shackles. Like he brings you up and then puts you in front of him, and he kind of like march, and he like pushes you forward to like take you back out to.
Sir, as he's pushing me forward, and I don't want to go, I will. Give me a second to figure out where.
Don't you trip on me. I will drag you. I will break your ACL. I will do it. I don't care. Your collarbone is worthless to me. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of you and your dream pies and bullshit. What in the fuck?
Oh, that didn't move. Oh,
is that what you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna make.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to charm him.
Okay.
So he has a DC save, or what is that? Wisdom save.
Okay.
16.
Okay, so he's just gonna roll a d20 because he's a. Suck it. Right. He's like, not today, lady. All right, your sister already tried that on me. Not today. Okay. Not today. I'm not into old chicks. All right, not gonna happen.
You know what? And I'm going to stand up straight.
Let's take this route over here. And he kind of takes.
As I stand up straight, I'm going to drop my illusion.
Oh, more illusions! Great.
Hey, buddy, you could have had some free pies.
Hey, you know, I'm all set with pies. I'm good.
All right. Well,
he has your hands with this. So any kind of spells that you need with somatic components, you can't do your hand movement.
Okay, let me see. Here.
So anything with an S in it, you're not gonna be able to do unless you break free. You're, for all intents and purposes, you're grappled.
Okay.
Now, while it's happening, real quick, let's get back to Mirda. What do you do?
Yeah.
I run over to where I can see.
Okay.
Him being taken.
Okay.
And I am going. I'm going to the guard that has a hold of him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna cast polymorph on it.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna cast polymorph on the guard. Hey, why isn't it showing up?
I see it.
Oh, there
I see it. It just took a second. What are you polymorphing him into?
I'm gonna turn him into a bat.
You turn him into a bat. He starts to flap, but like his arms are.
He's so confused.
Like one's off. Does he need to do a check? Hold on. Let me make sure.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I love this so much. What is a check he needs to make to wisdom saving throw?
15.
Wisdom 15. Okay, so he's gonna make his wisdom 15. He's had it with this bullshit. He does not make it though. He's tired. He's tired. He's just. I don't get. You hear in squeaking bat noises. Mirda, you understand this. I don't get paid enough for this shit. And he joins the other bats as they're accosting the other.
Well, sadly, the other bats go away.
Because you did the concentration. Yeah, so like the other.
That's what I was like.
So you got the one bat guy. These guys are about 40 feet out though, and they've kind of like spread around the area, so they're not like together anymore. But like they look and they're like, oh, they're like no longer in bat frenzy mode. And they look at each other like, did you see that? Where'd she go? Where'd she go? And they're looking around. What do you do, Gulch? You're no longer old lady, are you?
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna casually walk over to Mirda.
So they're looking for old lady. They can't see old lady. And this one little bat, they see it. And one of them takes out a crossbow. And looks at this bat and like, man, I hate bats. And he goes, poof, and he shoots it right out of the sky. And as it falls to the ground, it actually turns back into the humanoid. And it's right in the heart, and or right in the head, and he's freaking dead. He is totally dead. They're like, oh, Charlie, no! And they're running up next to him like, oh no, Charlie, we had drinks last night. Oh my God, what are we gonna tell his family? What are we gonna tell his family? Oh my God, oh God. And they just have like this remorseful kind of interaction. Inra, what are you doing in the kids' room? That came out wrong. You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
I just love the whole time we're fighting people, like we're trying to sneak around, getting escorted, shit's going down.
Andrew doesn't know any of this stuff's happening. He doesn't know. You don't know.
Yeah,
By the
talk
way,
about,
FYI, real quick
an
before
emotion change.
yeah, I know, right? Like the segue was beautiful. We've had 2 more subs come in, so 2 more Chrono Deviants at total at 52 right now. Thank you, DNR and Nitronix. What's up? Thank you very much. And we had a raid earlier that I couldn't pay any attention to because we're in the middle of role play. Tishi Hanigans. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And anybody who's stuck around for these shenanigans, thank you very much. Anyway, back to the action. Here we go. Inra. Children. Room.
Okay.
Alone.
Right now, where's Winston? Did he make it?
Winston's
where is he right now?
Outside of the chimney.
Back to follow. Okay, he's outside the chimney.
No, Winston's like just at the fireplace, just chilling. He's inside. He's just
okay.
Okay.
Because I just want to know, does Winston survey any of this that's happening, or is Winston aware?
Winston, what was Winston doing during this time?
I told him to report back.
He was headed back out, but
so we can.
I wasn't gonna make him head out. He was just gonna not be right in front of the kids because he terrified the kids.
Okay. So he's still in the building.
Yeah, he's still in the house. He's just chilling on the chair by the fireplace.
So Mirda has come up to you. Winston's still inside. Inra, you're with the kids. You have the last transmission that you had was, "Hey, I found a place for us to stay, but yada yada."
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna open the door slowly.
Okay.
And,
where the children are?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you go to open the door, you hear a it's been locked. That's actually also got like a little singular lock on it. Okay. And now that you've ate your your lockpick, you don't have that anymore.
Okay, cool. Okay.
You can try to find something else if that's what you want to do, but you don't have your lockpick anymore.
What the fuck did tonight turn into?
I don't know. I'm
We're off the
sorry.
rails. We're off the rails, kids. This is D&D.
Oh,
I'm having a blast, though, by the way.
It is pretty fun.
It's good stuff.
I'm just glad you're letting me do all kinds of ridiculous shit.
That's what I'm about. I'm about roll cool, and I am not gonna hold people to like. If something sounds cool and it's feasible on any level, I'm gonna test it. You know, so we'll learn as we go.
Okay. I'm gonna place my palms on the door and kind of have them stretched out, and hopefully they can cure me. Hello? Listen, I'm just here to help. I'm so sorry that we had to break in. My friends just really, really need help, and we can help each other if need be. But
You need to go away. Father says that we're not allowed to let strangers in. You're an outsider. Outsiders are no good. Outsiders only bring pain. You need to go.
outsider.
You're an
My name's Enra.
Are you from here?
I am from all over the place.
Where are you from specifically? Do you have a birth certificate?
Not on me.
Okay. Where were you born? That's what my dad always asks. You know, he's part of the city guard. He runs the city guard. Do you know that?
I don't know that.
Yeah, well, you're in big trouble.
My friends need help.
Yeah.
One of them is dying.
And you broke in our house.
Well,
My mom says that that's not good. To break into people's houses and steal their things. I'm bleeding.
I'm not. I can help you if you're.
Yeah, but you're an outsider. I'm not supposed to take help from you.
Listen, I don't want you to die, kid.
You're a stranger. I'm not gonna die. You're gonna die.
You and my friends.
Your friends are strangers too, and my brother is scared. And you need to go.
Man, are you kids? Okay.
Is this what you're in the business of doing? Killing children? You'd probably just let me die.
Maybe.
I don't believe you.
Never.
I bet
No,
if I was on top of a building and I was gonna jump off, you'd let me.
Not in this lifetime, anyway. No, definitely not.
That's not what my dad says. My dad's a big man, and he'll beat you and your dad up.
Oh, I would love to see him beat up my dad.
Yeah, I'll bet you would, wouldn't you? Wait.
Yeah, my dad's a terrible man.
Well, I mean,
And I think we should work together so that your dad can find my dad.
wait, is your dad missing?
My dad is missing for sure.
Well, my mom's missing.
My mom's missing as well.
Your mom's missing too.
Yeah.
You hear a pause, silence, and then you hear
Yeah, of course. My mom's missing.
you hear footsteps come to the door. It says, where was your mom? Where does she live?
Well,
Maybe.
honestly, I was too young to remember the last time I saw her.
How old were you? I'm 11.
It's about your age, 10, 11.
Your mom's missing since you were 11.
Yeah.
Why haven't you looked for her?
Well, I tried, and I couldn't find her.
Are you saying that I'm not gonna find my mom?
I'm saying that I didn't have help, and I think I could help you find your mom.
You'd help me find my mom? You'd help my dad find my mom?
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna open the door, but you better not be lying, because if you're lying, my dad's gonna put you in jail.
Not lying.
You hear and the door opens, and you see two humanoid-looking children that have scales that kind of like begin right here and kind of like down their neck, but that's the only visible signs of any kind of change other than being human. They look like maybe they've got some sort of a sickness or something.
Is
from your
one of them
travels.
bleeding?
The girl is bleeding. She has like an old t-shirt or an old shirt, like cloth, that's just like wrapped around it, and it's just like soaked in blood. It's red.
Okay. Oh goodness. And I kind of step forward and like go on one knee. What's your name, darling?
My name? I didn't think you'd ask me that. Maybe I shouldn't tell you my name.
Well, that's all right. My name's Enra. And I kind of take my sleeve from my head waist, and I'll rip it a little bit, and I'll take off the dirty shirt that she has and wrap my sleeve and make like a really tight knot around it to stop the bleeding.
Do a make me a survival or medicine, whichever is better for you. It's enough. It's okay. Like, you stop the bleeding. And the kid is like, oh, it hurts. And kind of like looks at it and says, I think it's pretty good. Yeah. You remind me of my mom. She was really good at stuff like that. My dad isn't very good at this.
All right.
He's good at
I know
putting people in jail, though. He'll do that really good. So you better not be lying.
Definitely not lying. I tell you what, I know someone that is better at this. This will just hold it out for now.
Yeah? You know doctors?
I know someone that's better than a doctor.
Oh. Well, you don't have any doctors anymore. They all died. They weren't very good.
Really?
Yeah.
They can't save their own lives, only others.
Yeah. There was a fever a while back from somebody from Zamora, and they didn't know how to treat it, and then everybody who got it died. They got sick, and they died. We had to bury them. There's so many people. They say that they buried them in a big pile outside of town, and that's where what that hill is out there. That they go out there, and everybody that goes out there, they pour their juice out on the ground, and they say that it's for the people who are under the hill, and that's where that's where all of the dead people were.
Fascinating.
So
listen.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about a wizard?
I mean, I know a lot of things about wizards. Wizards are cool. They wear like long, pretty robes, and they do magic. They can shoot fire out of their hands.
About a wizard in this part of the town?
In this, no, not in this part of town. There's no wizards here. They don't like the wizard here. But I think they're cool. There's a wizard in a tower. He lives in a tower that's really far away and he points, but there's no windows, so you like it's like the kid knows where it's at, but there's nothing there. You don't know where they're pointing.
All right, and have you heard anything about that wizard?
Yeah, that wizard's bad. He's not good. He does bad things, but sometimes he works with people in the town. And one time, you know what? Guess what? He brought back he brought back somebody's kid from the dead one time. Like they went to see him and he brought them back to dead. They were dead for like 2 days, and then on the third day, like he came back after going to visit the wizard, and the wizard he said that the wizard gave him his kid. And guess what? My favorite color is blue.
All right. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I love secrets.
You like secrets?
I'm really bad at keeping them, but I want to hear it.
That is a-okay. I'm here to save you all from that wizard.
What? From the bad wizard that brings kids back to life? I don't know if I like that.
Right.
I kind of feel like if I died, my dad could go talk to the wizard and he'd bring me back to life.
It's not really supposed to be like that. But I tell you what, if we find your mom, we'll find your dad.
Okay.
And we'll make sure that everything is a-okay for all of you.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so
let me show you.
What? What you can show me? Is it magic?
No, well, sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Let me show you to my friend that can fix this wound for you, okay?
Are they a wizard?
They are more powerful than any sort of.
Oh my god! Are they a cleric?
No.
What do they do?
Okay. I don't know. She's got red hair. Really, it's something. I don't know what she's got going.
I can't wait. Let's go. I've never seen someone with red hair. That sounds fake.
Yeah, honestly,
I don't think that's real. I think you're a liar, and I want to see it. I want to prove it. And if you're lying, I'm telling my dad.
Well, you go ahead and tell your fucking dad.
I will.
Right? Let's go.
That was mean. I don't know if I want to go with you anymore. They follow you. They're having this conversation while you're walking out, like having like this little like tit for tat. Like, I don't want to go with you, but I'm gonna walk after you, kind of thing. And you guys find yourselves outside of the building.
Okay.
Cut to Gulch and Mirda. What's up?
And you get these off me?
Yeah, what off you? You're fine.
No, I'm still chained up.
Yeah, but like you're fine.
If they come and see a random tiefling chained up, they're gonna ask why.
I don't have any keys. What do you
Can
want me
I
to do?
use just try to like strength? Just try to be like.
Yeah, you can do a strength check to try to like bust out these things. It's gonna be a DC 18.
But he has his belt.
Yeah, but that's yep.
DC 18. Ah, fuck. Okay, so you just like you're like, and Mirda, you realize like you look at them and you're like, as they fall to the ground, you're like, they're like rusty as hell.
No, they're perfectly fine.
No, they were super rusted, and all the like bits that are not iron are just like, these have not been used in like 20 years, and it's just been sitting in some dude's like sack on his side. It's been weathered. It's not. Gulch thinks it's the like greatest thing ever, but to you, it's like, I can totally see how this happened. I mean, obviously, the garbage.
Wow.
But Gulch feels like the Incredible Hulk.
Do this! I'm so pumped. We should
That's
get off the streets.
crazy. You're so strong.
We should get off the street and get into that house. Kind of regroup.
Why? Like,
I mean, they tried to arrest. I mean, they really don't like old ladies here, so my
Good
next
thing-
disguise not to go that route.
hey, we'll be fine. Like, do you want to get back? You want to go in the house though?
I mean,
Seems like a
Ender's
bad
in there. I
idea.
feel like we should regroup.
But didn't you say there were kids in there?
Do you really trust Enra by himself with some kids? Like, should we not go in and help out? I just mean, like, you know how he is. He's got an attitude. He's gonna make those kids cry and give away that we're here, anyways.
I mean, you have a point, but then we also have to be around kids.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know about you. The kids freaking love me. Usually, I'm gonna have to.
All right, fine.
rid
If
of
you want to,
Winston for a bit,
if you'd
but-
rather, I really want to find a bed. I'm exhausted. I'm
There's
so
beds.
tired.
There's beds in there. It's nighttime.
There,
We should
you
really-
want to sleep in the kids' beds?
I will offer money.
We need a tavern. What? I
Where?
don't want to sleep
Where are
in
we gonna see
somebody's
a
random
tavern?
house. You want to
We
take
got-
over? What are we the? Are we the bears? Are we taking over Goldilocks' bed?
A switcheroo. Yeah, let's go.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay. Other guards? No, you know what? Screw it. I'm not even gonna.
They're
fucking do that.
distracted with the loss of their pal by their own hand.
Now, the guards up here, yes. But the guards down here by your carriage have finished their investigation. If you're trying to get up there stealthily, you will need to roll a stealth check. Now, I believe, Mirda, let me go double check your pass without a trace, how long that lasts.
Oh yeah, how long?
I think it's an hour, but I can't remember if it's concentration or not. Jesus Christ, it's all the way up here. Hold on.
It's not it is concentration.
Okay, then it's gone.
Okay.
So like it doesn't apply anymore. So go ahead and make me some stealthy checks. Mirda,
I
you rolled a
did.
12. Gulch, you rolled a 17. Unfortunately. So here's what happens. You guys make it up to the top. As you're going up, it's really squeaky. And it does cause a bit of notice from the guards that are down there that are no longer checking, and then we're actually about to head back to go regroup. And they do see you. Now, when you get to the top here, you do notice that the door opens and Inra and the children are like walking out of the door.
What are you doing? Yes. Have you adopted kids now? Why are you bringing kids out here?
Who is this? Is this the wizard? Is this the wizard person friend that you have? Where?
And I kind of just.
You have the magic, right?
Inside. Oh, I just kind of usher everyone inside and like slowly close the door.
Okay.
Great idea.
Wait, you said that you had a and like they get knocked back into the house. The other child is quite quiet and is just grabbing his sister's hand.
Okay. This is the only house of residence that was somewhat willing to have us stay here. These are the residents of this said house, Mira.
Oh, you are the one. You have red hair.
Yep.
Like
this is
it
Mira.
reaches, the girl
I
reaches
do.
up to try to like touch your hair.
So, one of these little things hurt themselves.
My name's Brisa. What's yours?
That's okay.
I'm Mirda.
Mirda. I like that name. You have really pretty hair. I didn't believe him. He said you had red hair.
Oh. Well, let's take a look at your arm here.
It's look. Shows.
I kind of did the best I could.
It's pretty good. He made a real good knot.
Let's go.
It's a typical sailor's
wound
knot,
on her.
like a very. It's very like
Sorry.
tight.
You cut off her circulation here.
I can't
Edra.
feel my hand.
Yeah. It's
I
you
can
see
move
it's a
it
little
still.
blue?
It looks cool. That's my favorite color. Blue's my favorite color, but I think I'm gonna change it to red because I like your hair. When I grow up, I'm gonna make my hair red. I'm gonna be a wizard, and I'm gonna put red in my hair.
Did you give these children rum?
No.
What's rum?
What? No. Jesus. What?
Do you
I
mean
don't have
Daddy's
the rum with
nighttime
me.
juice?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Did you have some
I-
nighttime
No,
juice?
I don't do that. That's my daddy says that's not for kids. Me,
He's
Wanna
right.
know
No,
if
me
it's,
and Eric
nighttime
don't do
juice,
that.
It's okay. All right. Mira, Gulch, we have to stay here for the night, or at some sort of time. There are 3 rooms
We-
apparently down the hall.
We cannot. We shouldn't leave for the next little bit.
you've got
What
horns.
happened? What happened?
I do have horns.
Yeah.
Do you want to touch them?
No.
Okay.
My
hold
dad
on.
says
What?
that. What?
What happened? Gulch is saying something in terms of why can't we stay here?
There's guards everywhere.
No, we just don't want to leave.
Yeah.
We just don't-
There was a
Stay here
bad
forever.
woman out. There was a bad woman outside.
Bad
And-
woman. Was she selling pies? My dad says that there's
Yes.
ladies that sell pies and they're bad.
That's exactly what was going on. And the guards told us we had to get off the streets for safety.
Well, that's smart because the pie ladies are the worst. That's what my dad says.
Can I roll insight on Gulch?
Sure. Oh, so
Okay, I'm saying this to the kids. And I'm gonna look over at you and just be
Oh,
like,
okay.
roll checks
Oh,
like
sure,
that.
You're doing it
but-
for the whole group.
checks like that between players, like I've seen some DMs let that happen, but more often than not, like I've seen it role played. So you can either not trust them or trust them, and
Okay.
it's up to you.
Well, I thought he was saying it to the whole group, but he's saying.
Oh, I see.
I'm saying it to the kids.
Yeah. The kids are not going to insight check you.
It's so funny.
It's like, okay, you're an adult. I'm gonna, I guess.
Yeah, it is dangerous outside.
Yeah, it is. That's why my dad protects us. He's part of the city guard. He's
yeah,
the
what's
best
his-
one.
What's his name?
His
Oh
his
no.
name. Wait, what was the guy's name? Did you get a
I think
name?
he called him. I think he called him
Yeah.
Chuck or something.
Oh, yeah. My dad's name's Charles.
Charles. Oh, he sounds like a very brave man.
He's the best. He's the strongest guard that we have, and he likes to go to watch the fights on the hill.
What kind of fights are on the hill?
Sometimes there's fights, and people pay money to see if their favorite fighter will win or not, and it's on the hill every night, and that's where everybody goes, and that's why me and Eric had to stay indoors so that we were safe. Because
Okay.
all the guards are up there unless they get called into town. And then, we wait after dinner for a while, and then I tell Eric stories. Only good stories, though, no bad stories. And is Winston in the house?
I was
He's
gonna ask that.
he's near the fireplace.
Okay, dude,
But-
did he fly in, or how did he get there?
Well,
he's just always been there, right? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
he left
yeah.
Enra and has been chilling in the living room.
Yeah, I only tell good stories, and then we go to bed. But that's not what happened tonight.
What happened tonight?
Well, you guys broke into our home unannounced, and
I'm so
usually something my daddy takes people to jail for. But you guys are nice, so
I think your dad was the one that told us to get off the streets and come this way.
That sounds like my dad.
I told him
you want pie too.
Pie? No, pies are bad. We don't eat pies here because the old ladies make the pies, and the pies are bad.
Made these pies. He said you could try it.
He made pie? That doesn't sound like my dad. That sounds like a lie. I don't.
Your dad. We offered him a thanks for helping us out from the crazy old lady. So here he said I can leave this with you and you can give it to him. And I'm just gonna give him like a little. I'm gonna rip a little piece of my shirt and put like 10 gold pieces in it and wrap it up in the shirt and hand it to the kid.
But I haven't lost any teeth even. What is this?
Oh no, this is a thanks for you guys helping us out from such a dangerous, scary.
Oh my gosh, this is more than the tooth dragon gave me last week. And then she grins, and you can notice that her canine, the one right behind her canine's gone missing. It's like,
can I start ushering Mirda to like one of the rooms?
Yeah. But while this conversation's happening, you can like rush her off.
Okay. So last quick question. You said these fights happen all the time.
Yeah, every night.
Do you know when about? Like, would it be starting now?
They go late into the night usually. Sometimes all the way through morning. My dad sometimes doesn't come home till way late, and because he says that sometimes that he has such a good time, but then things happen and he has to do adult work, and he has to put people in jail, and he has to protect the streets. So,
okay. Hey. Shouldn't you be off to bed?
Yeah, we were trying to. We were saying our nighttime story time, and then you guys busted into our house again. Pretty illegal, but here you are.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's a late night. I think you feel better now that our red lady or our red-headed friend here helped you out.
Yeah, red lady's pretty nice. I like your hair. We should probably go to bed. I'm pretty sure we thought we saw a dragon earlier after I was telling a story to Eric, and he thought he saw. I wasn't scared though.
A dragon, you said?
Yeah, a real dragon, right? Like,
it's
all stories. It's all stories I tell him. But he said he saw a dragon, and then he screamed, and then we heard you guys at the door. That's when all this happened. But anyway. No dragons. Dragons aren't real, and we should probably go to bed. Yeah, right, Eric. And Eric's like, he shakes his head. Yes, you just walk off. Or they go back to their bed. But thanks for taking care of the cut that was unnecessarily given to me from being scared by you guys, and I appreciate you helping find my mom.
Your mom?
What? Oh yeah,
we're trying to find their mom.
Yeah, because he says he said his mom is missing and that my mom is missing, and maybe they know each other and they're missing together.
His mom has been missing for a while.
That's a possibility.
Yeah, so
yes, we could find them eventually.
Mine has been missing too.
Great.
Why? Okay, I'm gonna go to bed,
How long
but in the
has yours
morning,
been gone?
Well, I'm 11 and he's 6, and she left 5 years ago.
Does anyone know that what that number is? Or...
Yes.
Well,
you just said 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Oh, right.
So she's been gone for 5 years.
Inra, your mom died when you were 14.
Oh, got it.
In a fire.
Wait, did you think you had the same mom?
No,
Oh,
no,
Were
no,
you trying
no,
to do the math? I'm like,
no.
Trying
I wasn't.
well,
I wasn't.
our mom
doing
is
that at all.
dead. So
Hmm.
Stepbrother? Is that you?
Oh no, never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
No. Yeah. There's a line there. There's a line.
Yeah, let's keep the line. Let's not ring toss. We're good. Oh, God.
Kids, go to bed.
All right, gonna go to bed now. See you in the morning.
Yep. Good
Click.
night.
You hear the door shut and lock.
Mirda, you should get a rest in.
Yes, I need to rest now.
Galt or Winston will stay
Go
with
Gulch.
you. Just keep an eye on you. Make sure nothing happens. I'd say lock the door if there's a lock.
There's many locks on this door at the front door.
Lock the front door. From the sounds of it, we should be good with her father not coming home soon.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Enra, I think you and I should maybe go check out these fights, see if we can find Finn for our vampy friend.
1 second.
Oh, you might need gold to buy Finn.
Out of all of us, who has the most gold? Clearly not me. So.
Well, I'll give you 500 gold.
You know what? You hold on to that. I think.
Well, no.
think I might
What
be
if we
able
need
to,
him?
I might be able to rustle up a couple gold to get him. We'll
You
use
sure?
you as a backup if we need it. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, yes, the International Bank of Mirda. Love it.
National
your
Bank of Mirda.
You're right. Yep.
She's our transportation. She's our bank. The list goes on. You're really building a very fascinating resume. All right, Gulch. Do you want to head off and check out the scene what those fights are about? But before we do head off, you said there's danger out there. Should we?
It should be okay now. Some people found our cart, and I thought I'd turn into an innocent old lady to get rid of suspicion. They assumed I was one of the crazy ladies with the pie, one of her sisters, and they arrested me. One thing led to another, and
I'm sorry. One thing led to another.
we got real close and really. And those kids' dad is accidentally dead.
Accidentally dead. Yes.
It's not coming home.
Trauma.
And,
It's what he. I mean, he might. Maybe he's missing too.
So he went to go get some milk and never came back. This is great. I'm so glad.
He went to look for Mom.
You were so good for these kids. I'm so glad we're here. Oh my
I gave
goodness.
him 12 gold. That should help a little bit.
How? For what? Candy bars? I'm sure for the next week or so.
Let the record show
Doesn't matter.
there were three rolls that happened in succession to make this night happen. I take zero.
Pretty
blame for this.
impressive.
It is.
Okay.
This is.
Okay.
You know. I got.
Yeah, please.
Continue.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to break immersion.
And I feel so much better.
Yeah. So, Mirda, go rest up, and we'll go see if we can find Finn. You feeling frisky, Enra?
I'm sorry. What?
I don't know. Tonight's just not been going the way I thought it was gonna go.
Hey, what do you mean by frisky? I'm not. Do I have to touch anyone? Or...
I mean, if we're going down to the fights, I don't know what we're gonna have to do to convince Finn to come with us, or to head down to Yamps.
We'll figure. Well, you know, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll get there. Sure. How far are the fights, by the way? Question DM.
You well, you won't know, but Gulch, you would have seen a large hill, about 30 feet tall, the scene that I described to you earlier, and at the top of it was like a big tent, and you could hear the sounds of people like roaring and chanting and booing, and a lot of different noises that seem to be things that would accompany some sort of an event. Like
How far away?
But it was about 100 yards from you, about 100 yards from town, from where you're from that exit.
All right. So yeah, it's not too far. Don't get too far away from me, because if we have to boot and scoot and boogie, I can dimension door us back over here.
Right.
So
really
let's.
quick before we go. Are we still in the house right now, or are we out in the porch?
You're in the house. You're technically in the house right now.
We're in the house. All right. So I'm like, I'm assuming we're in some sort of kitchen. So I'm like opening cabinets. And do I find this rum?
Roll me an investigation check. We'll say that you find a cabinet, and in the back, like behind the peanut butter, you find 3 small bottles of what looks to be a mysterious brownish, tannish, brackish liquid that is labeled night juice.
Okay. So I grab the peanut butter, like, gross. And then I go ahead and pull the rum out of the cabinet. Oh, wait, Gulch. Let's have one quick one before we go, and start fighting people, or convince a fighter to join us, eh? And I pour us a quick little ounce.
Okay, a little liquid courage. It is in fact rum. You open that, you cork that, uncork that, and you notice that the very distinct smell, and it's quite good. It's a very good quality rum.
I'll
Roll me.
grab the glass with my tail and just be like, I miss my library sometimes.
I don't, and then down it.
Okay. Do you also take your swig there? Okay. Why don't you guys roll me a D100? Anything over D100. Anything over 50, you're gonna get advantage because you're just feeling loosey goosey.
Okay.
Oh, Gulch, that was 2.
Wait.
What was this? Enra, I don't know why it rolled twice for you, Gulch. I'm gonna give you
29.
I'm gonna give you. Did you do that on an accident, or did you just click
it
it
was
twice?
an accident. I thought
Okay.
I clicked one, but I
So,
may have clicked 2 rolls.
Gulch, you took yours, but like because you tossed it in with your tail, it kind of like half of it kind of like drilled out of your mouth. But you get the full effect. You're good, and you're used to this. You're like, whoo, yeah, and you're feeling pretty good. You're gonna get advantage on any rolls for the next, we'll say, hour. Which will take you through the end of the session tonight. You also have inspiration for giving us that recap, so don't forget to put that in there. But it goes away at the end of stream. So, all right.
Inspiration for terrifying children.
No, you don't get inspiration unless you want to go evil.
Hi.
No.
Unless you want to take one more tick. If you want to go, so right now you're chaotic neutral. So if you want to go chaotic evil,
No.
things change.
I was just trying to do things for the greater good. I was trying to help
that's
Mirta
fine.
out. You
Yeah.
to terrify the kids.
When that did happen, by the way, you heard some whispers in your ear that you can't explain and you can't understand. And it's almost as if the powers that you get from your patron have been infused with something, and that's a little more oomph. It actually feels good. Like it feels like it's an intoxicating feeling. Like you're like, it's a powerful feeling. But at this point, no changes.
All right.
Oh, did this happen when he takes the shot, or
No, that was You know what? Yeah, we'll say that.
turn.
We'll say that it does. It happens when you take the shot. The shot doesn't do what it does for Inra, but when it happens, you kind of have that memory of how that thing with the kids played out, and you're kind of like, something to think about.
Gulch. You with us?
Me?
Oh, Gulch.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's all right.
I thought you said lunch. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I'm here.
No, Gulch. Hello.
Oh,
Right,
you're stepping
yeah.
on it.
Sorry. Okay, let's head towards the
Yeah.
tent. Don't
Please,
get all
one
the-
ethereal plane at a time before you start wondering, eh?
Yeah. All right. Let's,
Can we take a quick break? I do have a pee.
Yes, let's take a quick break. It is 8:30. We got about 30 more minutes on the books, so let's go ahead and take a break real quick. Anybody who's got to go do things, please feel free to do so. I will go grab another drink, and we'll see you in a bit. Ugh. Oh, you guys can still hear me, huh? What? Enjoy. Enjoy the sounds of my sweet beer pouring. I muted my Discord. DNR, good to have you, bud. Thanks for being here. Thanks for everybody who's hanging out. Hope you're enjoying. I'm having fun. They're having fun. We're getting loose. I'm eating a piece of pizza. Looks like the gang's back, so let me finish this pizza real quick. Hey chat, who's your favorite character in the game so far? Mine too. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, back to the action. So, DNR says my kid was the best character so far.
Oh, I'm so
Thank you.
glad DNR's
Thank you.
here. What's that, dude?
I very much patterned that off of other people's children, not my own. My daughter's actually pretty.
There's like
rad that
having
way.
a conversation with Wesley.
We did. We had that conversation yesterday.
Oh. Wait, what?
Wait.
What conversation?
It was like how awesome Teague's kids were.
Oh yeah. It's like, I'm not like a parent who's like, my kid's perfect, because I'm fully well aware of like the issues my daughter has as a parent, and I don't like gloat on them. But they're like, I literally I hear parents talking about like, oh, my kid does this and this and this and this, and I had them like this, and they when they were a baby they kept me up all night. I didn't have any of that. None of it. So, Yahtzee.
I didn't have any of that either.
Good for you, Good for you. Well done.
So
Now.
lucky.
So lucky. Are we ready to get back to playing with fake kid? Wait, that came out wrong.
Playing with fake kids.
Fake
Let's go.
kids?
Yeah, with
Fake
kids.
world
Yeah, let's
children
go.
that aren't here anymore?
Concerned.
That are still asleep? That Mirda is alone in the house with now?
Oh,
It's okay.
Mira's a great babysitter. She'll do fine.
Of course.
She's a
Of
great
course.
babysitter. She's got Winston hiding, but keeping
Merida-
an eye on her.
If I can do it, you can do it. You're fine.
This doesn't feel good.
That's very true. Or is it?
You're fine. Just sleep away. It's time for the boys to see what's going on.
Oh, is
out in
it?
Town, eh?
Is it? Okay. All right, boys. How do you go about this? You're about to leave the house to go to the fights. What do you do?
I'm picturing like from a movie perspective, a really low angle of a camera, and then we're like walking out the door, and there's like a really cool like rock song.
Oh yeah, is that it? Like,
Oh, tell me what you want, what you really want.
that's not a rock
Oh,
song. What is this? What?
Okay, I think as we leave here, we should probably lock the door behind us.
Yeah.
Do you,
well, I
do you
don't
have
know.
a key?
Do we have that ability? To do
No, you don't. You don't have a key. You can
Can't
tell.
lock,
You can tell Mirda
can't
to
lock
lock the door.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll
Oh, I
lock the
thought-
door.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Right, and that's
Okay,
not
lock
the
the door behind us.
skeleton key. That's totally like
Yeah,
that's
just,
open. But everything else
I
is like
ate
there's three
that,
other locks.
So
Yeah.
I ate it, so it's fine. Just do the little slidey lock.
Hey, you got a couple
Just don't
slidey
cut
locks.
yourself,
Don't cut
because-
yourself.
It will laugh at you
There you go.
if you end up cutting yourself.
Now remember, Inra, you have advantage on all of your rolls for the next hour,
Yep. Got it.
and an inspiration point.
Okay.
So
Alright.
And action.
All right then. Gosh, it's odd, but I don't seem to know where exactly this fighting doing with the dead is.
Very, very quiet. Because we probably shouldn't be up here. And then let's sneak down the steps and head over to the fighting area.
All right. Do you by any chance have any spells that could make us quieter?
I'll grab him by the arm, and I'll close my eyes.
We're gonna square dance. What's going on?
Pitter patter, let's get at her. Now let's just go.
What the fuck is okay?
What are you doing? What do you do?
Nothing.
Yo, you just grab his hand and, let's go!
I try to make it out like I'm casting a spell and just be like,
Oh, you just walk down.
pitter patter, let's go, and then just walk away.
Okay.
Hilarious. Love it.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna try to like quietly go down the stairs.
All right. Okay.
I guess it's not gonna be a very good quiet. If,
No, it's not.
There's people over there.
So you're making your way down the stairs.
Yeah.
And as you
Downtown?
get to like the second step, you notice that there are three gentlemen who are staring up at you. And then one of them taps the other one on the back and says, "Hey, it's time." They're like, "Oh, all right, well." And they walk off. And they actually head out of town, same direction you guys are headed.
Alright, I was just gonna walk behind. It's like, alright, well I guess we don't have to be so quiet anymore. And just kinda
These guys are not there. Like, I'm just gonna move,
Yeah.
by the way. They're not there. They're gone at this point.
Leave me here. Jesus Christ, pitter patter, get out of really? That's the best thing you got.
I'm not a I
You
poof.
said no.
I poof, man.
I know you poof.
I don't
Poof
I'm
me
not,
over there.
I'm not good at being sneaky. I just get to where I
You
need to
don't
go.
tell me that. I already know.
Alright.
Oh boy.
You guys, up at the top of this map, let me go ahead and get you over there. Where is my... Let's zoom out so that everybody can see.
Oh, this is really big. I gotta zoom out.
It's very big. You're up here. This is where you come out. You come out the gates, and this is where you're at. Do you see my thing?
Yeah.
I think shift.
Oh wow.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you look so cute and little.
Now, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom of this scene, you'll kind of see what you're looking at. What you're seeing is a backdrop, and this is basically facing the way that you guys were coming into town. Behind that, and there's like a meadow that you wouldn't have seen because of the turns and twists. And behind that, you see like there's a little bit of a forested area, and in front of the forested area in front of you is that hill, and it's about 30 feet up, like the incline. And about halfway up, there's houses that are built from the bottom, or a couple of feet up, to close to halfway up. So they got about a 15-foot clearance from the base of the threshold to the tip of the A-frame. And there's smoke coming out of them. You can see about 4 or 5 of them. You see smoke in the distance, so it's assumed that there are some on the other side. And at the very top of the hill, you notice that there are wagons, and you see that the trail follows all the way up, and that the wagons obviously were probably brought up that way. And there are a handful of wagons. You see horses. You hear the sounds of merrymaking, and of sounds of a sporting event of some sort in this tent up at the top. And the tent spans about 35 feet across. At the entrance of each of these houses that you see, you notice that there are 2 guards posted. They look different than the guards that you originally encountered, Gulch. They look a little bit more armored. They seem a little bit more tough. But you do see people who look very similar to those in the same garb that you were accosted by earlier up at the top. And almost every person, other than the guards at the bottom, that you see are holding some sort of a vessel and drinking from it. And they seem to be having a very good time. Occasionally you'll see one go out to the edge of where the carriages are, the wagons, and pour a little bit of their drink out, and then they'll come back in to the area of merrymaking. What do you do?
That's the spot here.
That's the tent that yeah, you can't see inside of it, so you know that something's going on inside of there. You see people coming in and out of it, but it sounds like there's quite a bit of ruckus going on inside.
I didn't see the mark. Where was it? Is it the black box?
The black center in the middle
Center?
is there, yeah. The black box is covering up one of the houses.
I'm assuming we don't know what's going on below that.
Correct.
That rectangle?
Correct. Because you're approaching from not that side, so you don't know.
All right. I'm gonna keep walking up.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow behind.
Okay.
And
Exactly behind.
yeah, I think
Hey,
unless something. Oh, go ahead.
Well, Gulch, real quick, do you by chance have a plan to recruit a Fen? I don't know if that's a name or a rank.
Well, we're supposed to give him. Shit.
I hope not.
I don't have to go at the moment, but do you have to go? Or...
You can't
No,
fling it like
no.
a primate.
We're supposed to give him a ring that says SL.
Right. And do you have it?
I'm pretty sure Mirda has.
Right. Okay.
Is Winston with you?
No, he's with you.
Oh.
Well, no, you
Give-
made him
give me-
But
disappear.
you can tell him to get the ring from me, and then
Give me one quick second. My eyes just go like pitch black, and then
then
Mirda's
I'm
just
like-
gonna hear,
I'm pacing back and forth in front of him. Quick second, he says.
"Hey, Mirda."
no,
you have
I'm
that-
dead asleep.
Oh.
Winston's gonna
Shit.
have to find it.
Okay, he's gonna fucking okay.
Where is it on your person, Mirda?
So I have like a cloak, and to sleep, I laid the cloak on a chair that was in the room.
Okay. So,
It's on like a breast pocket inside the cloak.
Winston is going to need to make an investigation roll in the room.
I can give you a perception check.
Okay, that'll work. We'll say that, but it needs to be higher than a 16 to find that. Because he's going to have to go
Okay.
through things, and
Okay.
so 16 or higher perception. Oof.
Okay.
Is this the
Mirda's
time to use the chrono?
Could be. But he already rolled
No.
twice on accident.
no.
I don't know why.
I
Well,
don't know.
they're
I
the
just
same.
clicked it once.
Oh, okay. Sometimes it happens. I have it happen all the time.
Okay,
So-
so Mirda's passed out. Winston has no idea where the ring is. I say we just try talking to him. Maybe offer him some gold and tell him we have business from SNL.
SNL. In that case, you lead.
Oh, okay. And we'll continue up towards the tent.
Okay.
Wires are so big.
You don't have to like worry about your like amount. You can like put yourself where you're
Okay.
going. Like
I just wasn't sure if you're going to be like, oh,
you
stepped on
notice
something.
that the no.
Yeah.
Like I'll tell you when that happens. This is
Okay.
where the entrance is. This is where you see like smoke coming out. This is where you see like a flap, where people are coming in and out. You notice that there, as you get to the top, there are no people there, but you notice that the carriages, the wagons that are circled around here, there are the type that are very similar to the type that were at that camp that you came across when you made your way here, and that you've kind of made your own version of it with mending. They are much nicer. Obviously, they're taken care of. There's quite a few of them, and they have been unhinged from the horses that that would take them. They seem to be the type that has attachments for multiple horses, so 2 to 4 horses each. As you come up to the edge of the tent, you notice that there are a lot of horses that are kind of tied up, and there's some that have saddles and some that do not. There's about 4 that have saddles, and then there are about close to 20 at rough count that do not have saddles on them. These must be the horses that get bridled and placed on the wagons. As you come to the front of the tent, how do you approach the entrance to the tent?
With a sense of purpose. I'm gonna cock the collar on my coat.
All right.
Make myself look as presentable and important as possible. Pull out a bottle of rum from the bag of holding.
Okay.
Look over at Enra. Pull out another one and hand it to him.
So you guys are strutting your stuff. You're getting ready.
Strutting in. Going on and strutting in.
So as you come in, I'm going to need each of you to make dexterity saving throws. Athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you prefer.
Said athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you decide to do. No, Enri, don't forget you have advantage on these. So you can roll another time, Enra.
You should definitely do that, Enra.
So both of you come rushing into you're like, yeah, we're gonna own this place. This is our jam. I got money in my pocket. I'm ready to lose some coin. Let's do this. Let's go. And like the music from Ocean's 11 starts playing in the background, or Armageddon, which have you. You walk in, and as soon as you open the flaps, you get greeted by the behind of a giant, humongous humanoid creature, and it just plows you backwards as you hear the flat placking against a flesh on flesh as the sound of fists hit against this thing, and it's almost with that exact same force pushes it out through the tent, and you notice that out comes a huge creature that just gets land blasted into one of these wagons, crushing it against it, and it is knocked out cold. And as you look back and steady yourselves, you notice that that's a giant.
Oh.
We brought rum.
And then the crowd erupts in laughter as you say that, as they all have rum in their hands, like, so do we! And as you look across the way, you notice that there is this very fair complected male presenting tall, muscular, elven person that is just standing there, and with 2 daggers at the sides, is slowly turns to walk away, and is greeted with a pelt of there's like a vest that is a pelt made of like fox fur and adorned with all of these different kind of horns and fur and leather, and has like parts and pieces of like trees as he sits. And this is what you see. And you notice
I
that
wish I came along.
he has a necklace, a leather necklace that seems to be very chunky, and on it is like a little pendant, and it has a headband that is a very very similar make to that of which Mirda adorns herself when the occasion arises. He goes back into this corner and he's been draped on this, and you see these two men that seem to be like, kind of like wiping him down, putting water on him, giving him water to drink, and giving him something to eat as he sits in the corner. And there's three fires that are burning in a triangle, as what seems to be most of the town inside of this tent. Across from behind him, you see this man who is medium height, a little portly, has a top hat that seems to have been squished a few times too many, and the top kind of like is broken off of it. And he has a jacket similar to that of a ring top master from a circus. He says, "And who might you be? Outlanders?" And you notice that the mood shifts inside of the tent as they all train their eyes on you. And they all seem to be slightly inebriated, but also aggressively staring at you. And with that, we're going to end it.
Rum?
I brought rum.
I brought rum.
Oh, I gotta find the it's like a meme from like 10 years ago. I brought sparklers.
I've seen that.
I love that.
So Mirda is back in the house getting rest with the children, whose father is not coming home from the sounds of it.
Neither is their mom.
Batgirl strikes again, and
I didn't kill him.
You have right. It was their own. They killed him. So
no.
They killed him. They shot him.
Enra and Mirda are kind of in the same boat. Enra didn't kill him either. The ground did. And you didn't kill him. An arrow did. So
I didn't even shoot the arrow though.
Weren't looking at.
It was those.
I didn't shoot the ground.
Mirda is less at fault.
Witches.
Mirda's less at fault, I would say. If you were to like put apples to apples here. So.
What kid? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Oh wait, did I miss a Chrono Deviance? Did we add DNRs? No, we did. We added DNRs.
No, I thought it was added already.
Yeah, we added it. 52.
Oliver didn't push a kid.
That was in the last campaign. The last campaign
said, "I got this."
He let the child go, knowing full well that he was more likely not going to make it. And he's like, "That's not gonna hold. See you later, kid. Bye." And then just let him just go. It was great.
Exactly.
It was great. So,
funniest thing that's ever happened in this campaign.
Never happened in this campaign.
It's pretty good.
I mean, but now you've got
next to me using my loincloth as a
yeah. It's a medical device. Way to go.
Yeah.
Solid move.
I love you're like, yeah, we'll help you find your mom, and we'll talk to your dad when he gets home. He ain't coming home anymore.
He doesn't know. That was so good. Tonight was amazing, you guys. Tonight really was like a lot of fun. Not where I thought it was going to go. I know this. It never does. But I've planned for that. I've figured it out now. I think I've got the sweet spot here for the DM.
Can I ask?
Yes.
Can I ask, like, what were the offsetting things that happened?
All of your rolls together.
Oh, yeah, your 3 rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you really want to know? None of tonight was supposed to happen. So absolutely none of it.
I did not expect to get into that house.
Literally, none of that house shenaniganery should have happened. These kids, the dad dying, none of it. Tonight was all 100% lunch improv. Okay,
I
thank you
would
for
love
keeping
to
me on
know
my
what
toes.
your idea was.
Oh well,
Like,
we were
what-
Not now. but
no,
yeah, I want to know the
I-
original campaign.
well,
of,
I can't now because you haven't even gotten through where you needed to be.
Right, okay.
can't.
Not
I
now.
feel-
Why is this taking
You're- okay.
double the amount of
Where
time?
we ended it tonight is where I assumed we'd be at in about 30, 40 minutes. That's where we're
You're
supposed to be.
here
A plan,
3
little
hours
plan.
ago.
I didn't know what you would do though, so like it's fine. It's cool. I mean, we got there.
I don't know why.
Eventually.
I don't know why I thought an old lady disguise after they chased out the old ladies was a good idea.
That was
Dude,
so good.
I love that the bats have saved us twice.
Oh, that was great. That is great. And that, I mean, so what should have happened is after 3 uses of spells, which is about where we were anyway, I was going to give you exhaustion because you're like, you just come off this trip and now you're like blasting spells left and right, which, you're running out of steam. But if you would have done another spell, I would have probably given you that, but you didn't, and everything worked out okay. And this is going
So it was
so good.
3 spells. It was
Well,
silence, right?
yeah.
It was
Well, no,
silence, and then they
um,
used bats.
It was mist,
and then healing.
pass without a trace, bats,
Yeah.
healing,
Bats and then the healing.
Well,
Yeah.
polymorph.
and
I-
polymorph.
because turning
Oh,
the
but
guard.
I meant like in combat, like after you got in the house, it was kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
whatever.
And
You're gonna go rest.
technically,
But if
I
you
had a
didn't rest
cantrip
then
for the
it would have
Oh,
been.
That's what
yeah.
it was. Yeah.
So
That's what I was saying. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So-
more people in my house, unfortunately.
it's all good. It's
Yeah.
all good. So yeah, tonight
Yeah.
you ended about halfway where I thought we were gonna be. Halfway through tonight is where you
typical.
ended, which is fine
Dude,
because then that's
We're
great.
gonna-
Because
we're gonna end this campaign next year.
yeah,
This is worth the
I've had year-long campaigns. It's fine.
Did you guys see the guy that has a never-ending campaign?
40 years, yes. That
Yeah.
is, or 30 years or something like that. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
God,
something
that
like
He
that.
has like minis in his basement.
His
And it's
basement's
like, yeah.
insane.
So when I moved to Michigan, if that's the plan, we're supposed to get a basement, and I cannot fucking wait because that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Send
My
me the video.
basement is gonna become
Find
D&D heaven, and you guys are invited.
oh yeah, I'll definitely do it.
Yeah, I'll make like destination
Take this one
D&D
away.
stuff. Be great, but it's gonna be a year or 2 in the making, so we'll have to wait. So now we got plenty of
That's
time. See,
That's right.
Yeah,
we just
we're
have
good.
to. This campaign will last a year or 2.
it'll be
anyway.
fine.
So
At this rate, we're gonna
at
like
this rate,
February 2023. We might just be getting to the big bad.
yeah,
You know,
if fucking
who's to
Merida
say?
keeps healing cats
Say,
and we're trying to kill them, yeah, we're gonna be there.
I mean,
Well,
there's
do you remember lunch? Do you remember at the beginning when we first started this? I'm like, oh well, I'm supposed to take a trip in July. Like, do you think we'll be done by then? You're like, oh yeah. You're like, oh, it'll be.
I said
long
8
before
sessions. I was like, I can do 8 sessions. 8 sessions is good. It's a solid story. I can make a circular, but no. Fuck around
And we
crew
fucking
wants to,
derailed
you know,
so
and it's
hard.
but
And
it's
think about where-
fine. We
We're
play
not even where. We're
yeah.
supposed to be.
Well, I mean, there's like you're very close to. Tonight was supposed to be a huge lore drop, and we didn't get there. But that just means next week is the lore drop. So
Cool.
because we're setting up like really good. There's going to be like a big lore drop soon. Like I'm not spoiling anything, but like as far as like a plot goes, right? There's a big lore drop to figure out what's fucking happening. Because at this point, unless you've picked up on some breadcrumbs, which I've left a lot, and you've taken none of them,
No,
there's I'm in a spot where okay, well I built this in. This is where it happens, and it can happen soon. And then you'll have a choice of like what needs to happen, and you get to choose urgency or not, and that will determine how long this plays out. But you'll know things in the very near future, hopefully within the next week or 2. Hoping to plan another cameo in about 3 weeks, and we'll see where things go. So yeah.
Okay, I gotta go.
Can we
Okay,
rename
all right, man. Take it easy. Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Merida the orphan maker?
Bye, Inra. You can go.
Wow.
What happened? What do you want to name her?
The orphan maker.
Wow.
I don't. I didn't shoot
And
anybody
run
with
the
a
orphan killer.
crossbow.
Wow.
That's so fitting.
Wow.
I was about to teleport away from those guys into the safety of the home, and you turned the guy into a bat who then got shot. So
Yeah, I was supposed to know that they were gonna shoot a bat.
That's the beauty of D&D.
after you swarmed them with bats.
It
I
is
thought
so
they were gonna
good.
be like, oh, the old woman turned into a bat,
I
and that's why
really-
they were shooting at it.
I really wanted you to get that D100 roll
I did too.
with
That would
the,
be so fun.
with
The
the freaking bats coming
Batman
showing up, you know?
Begins style.
Yeah, like
Yeah. You think I'm not gonna try it again in the future?
oh, I know you're.
Bro.
I know you are. I know you are. I'm just
Maybe
waiting
with a
for
different
the.
animal.
For real, my guys, Jesus, I can't keep listening to this.
Bye.
All right, man. Take it easy. I'm gonna go wrap up stream. Thank you very much, guys. Next week we good?
Yep, I think
Cool.
so.
If any changes, as always, just hit me up. We will let you go. I'm gonna go do just chatting. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Yeah.
So, big night tonight. Had a lot of fun, and none of it was planned, so that was really fun. Those are, you know, I've been trying to read up a lot on D, or not read up, but I watch a lot of videos and stuff like that. How to be a better DM, how to do things, and like, you know, the state of the game and how things go, and like what's acceptable at a table and whatever. And a lot of the times, what I find works best is just not planning certain things. You know, that's where you have like the most opportunities for your games. Rosa, hey, welcome. I don't know if you were hanging out for a bit or not, but we're just wrapping up D&D. I had a lot of fun tonight. It was a really good time. So DNR, thanks for hanging out. Who else we got in here? What's up? Tonight did not go at how I expected it to go. Yeah, nobody expected. Well, I mean, that's not just the dragons, right? That's the name of the game. Is you can't expect anything. You can't expect it to go right. You can't expect it to go wrong. You can't expect anything. You can see nothing. Nothing can be planned. You know, until it wasn't planned to be. Well, and that's just the way the world has been built. So like I've gotten better at you know, improving. I chalk that up to my monthly game, who lets us do DMing. We have a round table DM, right? So every month we meet and somebody. Oh, I need to turn this business off. This doesn't need to be there anymore. Hold on. I'm a llama. I'm a not. Yeah. So like every month we do D&D and a different person DMs. And whenever we do it that way, it's given each of us, like, you know, every 4 months is my turn. So between that, this, and looks like my stream is broken. What's going on here? My stream been broken for a while? What is this? What's going on here? It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Come on. There you go. There you go. My browser's just being weird. Okay. But I'm glad that that's actually a huge compliment to me and to the folks playing. That you know, if you can't tell, then that's exactly where we need to be. You know what I mean? So that's awesome. I had a lot of fun tonight. It was a blasty blast. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I know what we're gonna do. I know what we're gonna do. Yeah. You guys like Digimon, right? Heard they had a new game come out. I never got into Digimon, but my cousin is a pretty big fan, and so I get to hear all kinds of. I mean, you like it? Yeah, you like Digimon? I don't know a whole lot about it. I do have some Digimon cards that are metal, and I mean that like literally, like they're made out of metal. I got them at a Goodwill. I was like, dude, this is pretty cool. I would have totally been into this when I was a kid, but I missed the boat when our Digimon came out. I think it was happening right at the very end of high school for me, and I wasn't in the Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh group at that time. I came into that later whenever my my brother-in-law at the time, he was a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and so like I wanted to like do something with him to bond with because he's 11. So I got into Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's about it. He liked Digimon, he liked Pokemon, but not as much. So we really did the Yu-Gi-Oh thing a lot. So I'm a pretty big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh. Best game ever was Digimon on the PS1. I never played any of it. Got the kids watching. Oh, hey kids, what's up? Don't worry, all this makeup is fake, and your daddy made it out okay tonight. So he did a good job. He's the best. Oh no! Oh, dang it. The person that I was targeting to raid is about to raid somebody else, so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. All right. Here's what we're going to do. I don't know. I've been trying to plan like a weekend stream every weekend and a weekly stream, and we'll see what happens after next week. Next Tuesday, I have a 4th round of interviews at a job, and usually when you're after the 3rd round, if you make it to the 4th round, it's kind of serious. It's kind of like, I kind of feel like, I don't want to say I've got the job, right? So, but it feels like I've got a really good chance at getting it. So we'll see how that goes. And if that happens, I become fully remote. So in the next month or so, things are going to be changing pretty big time here for me. Because I'll be able to handle a bunch of things, and I'm going to be fully remote. I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands because I don't have that travel time to and from work. And then who knows what my workload looks like. And I won't be as stressed dealing with like car stuff and things like that. So I'm going to have a little bit more extra time that I feel like I would be able to shift back into either a morning role or right after work role of scheduling my streams and stuff. And I can have something that's a little more stable as far as streams go. But I'd like to get back to streaming 3 days a week. But until that happens, I'm kind of like all over the place. Right now, I've got some stuff going on tomorrow night. Sunday, I'm not sure what's happening, but I don't want to plan and say, hey, I'm going to stream and then not stream. So I'm thinking maybe if I do, it'll probably be Saturday or Sunday evening, probably. And then maybe Wednesday. That's what I'm planning to do. So that way I can share with you guys what happens on Tuesday and things like that. If not, if you don't want to, wait for that, or you just want to like follow me on socials, hit that beacons link, go follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, hit us up in there. We always tweet when we go live. We always have an alert go live in Discord. And if you're into RPGs, this is the place to go hang out. And off hours, usually Discord or Twitter is where you can find me. We appreciate you guys being here. Anyway, let's get the raid hype going. Let's make sure you get the copy and paste this for the food fight that we're about to have with the one, the only 8BitD. I think that they're at almost 6 hours of streaming, so they're probably not going to be on for too much longer, but I figured we'll go hang out with them. They're playing Final Fantasy IV. So let's go say hello to our friend. I'm going to be running a one-shot for 8BitD in the next, I don't know when, but like probably a month or so. But anyway, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I know that D&D is not for everybody, so if you're here and you're hanging out or you're lurking or whatever, I really appreciate the support. We all love you, and we think that you're the bee's knees. So we'll see you next time. Have a good one. DNR, good to see you as always. Thanks for being here. Thank you again for that Prime sub. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys later. Let's go say hi to D, and let's throw the food fight. Let's throw some pizzas around, okay? Have a good one, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.